Popcorn?
Butter?
Nachos?
Cheese?
Root beer with red licorice straw?
I'm right here.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ready to Start the Podcast, the legendary podcast of bodacious awesomeness. I'm Ryan.
So true.
I'm Ryan Rimpity. Who else is here?
Hey, does anyone have that image? No, you know what? Never mind. I'll improv this image. Don't worry, you'll see soon. How's this going, everyone? I'm Rosa.
And I'm Seep. I'm the third host of Ready to Start the Podcast. Who's our special guest today?
Scratches back of head. I think that would be me. Yeah.
Whoa, who are you? You're some kind of funky phantom.
Yeah, hello there. I am Noah, but I also go by RK, which stands for Raining Ketchup. So yes.
What
Hello.
do you do?
What do I do?
What do you do? What are some things you're involved with that people might know you from?
Well, first and foremost, I am the community manager at Summit Sphere, which is a studio currently developing Anton Blast.
Yay!
Yes.
You made
And I'm
Anton
also-
Blast?
You're the we
What?
have the creator of Anton Blast
No,
here.
you don't.
The
No,
sole
no.
creator.
Don't say that.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa! You implemented
No,
Anton's
no.
shedding button.
Oh my god. This again. Oh my
What else
god.
did you create?
Fortnite. I bet
I
Fortnite.
didn't create Anton Blast, but I didn't. Well, I created Jack Black Minecraft parody, and the one about, and I did a parody about Amori Boy that people like, and those are stuff that I made myself, but I'm involved in a couple projects that I didn't make, but I'm helping. So that's what I'm doing. And oh yes, and Captain Wayne Vacation Desperation. That game, I am an artist on that game. I've also done some promos for it, and so I thought I'd give that a shout out. That's everything I'm involved in that that comes to mind right now. There's probably other things, but yeah.
You're
Ryan,
involved.
can we get this GIF on screen, by the way? Just so people know.
Yeah. Okay.
I think people might not realize.
Oh my god. That GIF's really funny. I didn't make I edited it, like the first part of it, to have them brushing their shoulders, but the second one I just found and I thought was really funny, and I thought I'd put it in. I don't know, at the time that I was making that, I thought that stuff was so funny.
Can I ask a bizarre question about this video? Sorry, like a weird one to ask.
Yeah, sure, okay. Shoot.
There's one of the soy boys. They are. They're wearing like a Banjo Kazooie necklace.
Oh my god, there's a whole story behind that.
Okay, I was just curious why one of the soy boys was themed to Banjo.
All right. Yo. Shout out to Discord. Shout out to the Discord server. Papagino's Force Maze.
Oh, Papagino's the multiverses leaker himself.
Look, he used to be the Smash Bros leaker guy.
Yeah,
all right.
I know. I was there.
I actually haven't been using that server as much recently, but I've known people in that community for a long time, and we had like a little event that we did that was kind of like a King for Another Day spoof, and there were like characters that they had that people could vote for, and one of them, it wasn't my idea, it was one of my friend's ideas, and it was like so the character was a soy jack and a roach dressed up as like Banjo Kazooie.
Okay.
He's called Soy Jack and Roachy. And the reason why he's put together with a roach is because one of my friends really liked that meme of the roach like spinning, like the GIF.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it was that plus the video of the guy tickling the roach. You know what I'm talking about? Where he goes
I
like,
do know what you're talking
Gucci
about.
Gucci Goo, like that. Okay. So now that's like the origin for Sojak and Rochi, and I referenced that a couple times just out of like shout outs to my friends from that community, and yeah, I thought it I thought it was that's kind of that actually that happening was kind of why the Soy Jacks ended up in it at all in the first place, is because my friends were like posting that stuff, and I just thought it was really funny at the time.
I mean,
And so I was like, why
it was
not?
kind of an age of soy in that
It
time.
was.
Really.
Yeah.
It captured me, honestly.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
mean, that song, that whole song from that video is like, it's in me. It's in me. It's in me. You know, it's been in me for so long. I could just burst into it
Christ.
right now. I feel like I sing it all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
And
That's
the
not even the. Well, I don't know if I should say this. That's not even the full version, but
Are you serious?
yeah, I'm serious.
What do you
I
mean
never
it's not
went.
the full version?
So yeah, so it's like the Man Out of You is like the original song. I have
Yeah.
lyrics written out for the rest of it, and they're really old now. I just haven't gotten around to recording it yet.
Are you gonna
But
sing it live in front of all these people right now?
no.
Okay.
With everyone staring at you?
No. I don't want to do that.
Oh,
But
It's-
they do exist. I just haven't touched it in forever because, again, so much has kind of come up really fast that it feels like that was like ages ago now to me. Which
yeah.
sounds weird because it kind of wasn't. And like the last part to that series was like from a year ago. I want to finish it. I do. And I've made material for the finale, and I've got stuff lined up for it that I want to do. But again, it's just been so busy with my especially community management position
Right.
and on Blast. I've taken up a lot of responsibilities just all around. It's been really fulfilling, really amazing. So that's kind of where my priorities are right now. But
That makes
I
sense, yeah.
do know how it would end. I know how I'm gonna end it if it happens. So
Wow.
there's
Well,
that.
that's a Comic-Con exclusive, everybody. What do we think of that, guys? And then the whole
I'm not
audience starts
looking at
clapping.
chat. I'm not looking at chat right now. I'm just kind of like, I'm
You
just
should look at them.
over
They're
here.
all your fans. They're all excited. They're like, no way.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I put this on my Twitter, but I did not announce this on my YouTube channel and like a community post page. Maybe I should do that later.
Maybe.
Maybe. But I don't know if people still look at that channel because I've been mostly posting on Twitter lately.
Say,
And
oh,
so
here's a link to the Amori Boy finale. The link to this.
No!
Yeah.
No,
No, that's a great
actually, I
idea.
did that once. I did that, and it was a Pizza Tower dub that was terrible, and it
That's
made
pretty
everyone
good.
upset.
That's pretty good.
And so I did do that once, though.
And you've kind of taken over the world. Another thing you mentioned is the Jack Black Minecraft
Jack
song.
Black Minecraft parody. I am building blocks. What and shit? Because I'm a fucking Minecrafter. I don't know what to call it.
It's the Jack Black song.
Yeah. He heard it himself. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I
He
saw
knows
that.
about it.
Heard
He
that?
Yeah, Jack Black. He knows about it because he was singing it. I was kind of mad because he was on, I guess, another podcast with these other two dudes, and it was like family friendly or something. So they censored him. But as like,
Oh.
I'm like a pretty big Tenacious D fan, so when Jack Black is singing, I was like, don't censor that stuff, man. That makes me angry. But he was singing it.
Well, you know, it's a great time to be a Tenacious D fan.
No, it is not. I'm like a dried out plant. I'm like I just don't think about it as much now because it just makes me sad. But
Well,
what was I
at
saying?
least
Oh,
at least Jack Black found the song. You know.
yeah, he did, and that was pretty cool. But I was gonna say the story behind that is funny because I still occasionally do voiceovers because they're fun. Just whatever I feel like it, and that was one of those instances. And sometimes I feel like is this worth putting up on my TikTok? Because sometimes it does okay on TikTok, but most of the time it just doesn't, and be like a waste of energy. I don't know. I just didn't feel like putting it up on my TikTok. Thankfully, I did remember to watermark it, so it did end up on TikTok, but someone else posted it, and it went far. It's had a far greater reach than the Amori Boy thing and like pretty much anything else. It went
Jack Black in
insane.
Minecraft. It's like
Yeah,
universal.
that video, I don't really know. People still message me about it a lot. My profile picture on Discord right now is a screenshot from this awesome video called Jack Black Minecraft Nightcore, where like they pitched it up, and it sounds
Ryan,
really
play
cool.
that on stream right now. Play Jack Black.
Yeah,
Nightcore.
we'll get copyright claim. Don't worry. It's
No.
By who?
By Jack
Noah?
Black?
By C418.
Oh,
I don't know.
It's Nightcore though. I mean,
Does
and it's a
Nightcore
cover.
escape copyright? Does
I
it?
don't-
I actually don't know.
I don't know. I actually
Probably
have no
not.
idea.
With AI these days, like AI these days, but with
Yeah,
AI these days.
But I'm glad I put the watermark on it because that's like the only way people know. But most people don't really know the tag anyway. It's just a nice way for people to point at it and go, "Oh, of course." I've seen comments. There's like one comment in like a sea of like 100,000 comments, and it's just like, "Oh, of course it was him," and I'm like, "Yay!" Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
the worst part is though, when I put that up on my own channel as like a short, YouTube like demonetized it.
Oh.
So it was
See.
like, I was like, what
Did
the
you say
fuck?
kill- Did you say kill instead of unalive?
I think
he
no.
said-
Well, okay. Their policy isn't there a rule that you can't say a swear in like the first 5 seconds, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third word I say is shit. Or fourth. I am building blocks and shit, so it's like immediate, like
That's such a weird
right
one.
buzzer.
That's like such
Yeah.
a weird rule. Like if you swear in the first 5 seconds, it's over.
Well,
Yeah, I
because-
don't know what's up with that.
But if you
We had
swear at second 10, that's fine.
Because the internet is a child-friendly space now.
No. No.
True,
Ah!
look at my son Millhouse. He's extremely safe on the internet. Millhouse, hey!
That's not Millhouse. I was doing like
Fortnite?
I was doing like horrible Chucky from Rugrats there.
Oh, Tommy.
Oh.
Well, before we get to the news, Seep wanted to do this live. Before the show, I was doing a
What?
voice.
Oh.
Chat, you'll know this voice, but our dear guest Noah will not.
I don't
Noah-
know what it is.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna do it, and then we're gonna give you a second chance to guess. The context is this character was talking to Goofy. Chat. Yeah, hey there, Goof. How's it going, buddy?
I just figured it out.
Yeah.
I just figured it out.
Who is it?
Is that Pete?
Yeah, it's Pete.
It's Pete. Oh,
Well-
I'm surprised it took you so long to recognize it.
Those digital trailers sure were great, eh?
Ooh, you are in the right place, my friend.
Goof,
Oh my
the
God.
Easter eggs. Oh.
Well, I just drew Pibby all over the TV, and now my wife wants to kill.
I'm obsessed with those tweets, man. I was like overlooking at them again
Tweets
the
by
other
Great
day.
Galaxy on Twitter.
Yes. I'm just sad that he's dead. He's gone
Yeah.
forever and he'll never come back. According to Drake's words.
Wait, we
Very
have the
sad.
actual- Hold on.
Very sad.
I had a thought the other day.
sorry, that came up. You said gone forever. Sorry.
And he's never coming back.
Yeah.
I had a thought the other day about Homer Simpson being like, "Oh, Marge, it's impossible. I can find every Easter egg in the amazing digital circus." And then Pete comes in like through like the Simpsons like side door and he goes like, "I wouldn't be so sure about that, Homer."
And the audience claps.
He's
Pretzels in
awesome.
one hand, grape juice in the other.
I love that.
That's
That's,
that shit. That's my kind of shit, you know.
that's my favorite
Oh.
element of Pete is that he loves grape juice and like pretzels.
I think it was grape juice. I
And
remember
one
the
thing is-
pretzels specifically because I was like, "Holy shit, he's literally me." Oh my
Ryan-
I
God.
remember,
Yeah.
Oh, you go, Rosa. What are you saying?
I remember we were like talking about how like we take these like bully type characters and then turn it into like wholesome, lovely, lumpsy, whatever, fluffy boys,
Pete is
whatever
so
we
funny. I
call
don't
them.
know why. He's so funny.
Yeah,
It's just funny how like in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, he's just like he's in like a baby show, so he can't be that mean.
Yeah.
So, like,
Oh, goof! I'm sorry. I hit all. We did watch. There is an episode of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, the baby show, that we did watch where he does steal the Easter eggs.
yeah, that is real.
All of
I
his
wanted to
favorite
ask-
movies and games and media.
Media.
Ryan, I wanted to ask you, like,
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever properly reflected on this. How like personally responsible do you think you are for a lot of the Pete jokes that
Probably.
like
I'm the
become
one.
popular?
Me and Griat.
Great. It's in his bio. It's pronounced great.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
We're
I'm sorry. I
the
shouldn't have yelled like that.
we're the main two, I think, who keep them alive. He's on Twitter, and then I'm like anywhere it's like vocal. I'm doing it like on Will's streams. I do it a lot. I do it a lot here. If you get me on a podcast or anything or a stream, Pete will come eventually, and it's always the same joke. It's just always some sort of like, oh, look, you know, so you. Whoa, check out the Easter eggs here, goof. Whoa. Uh-oh. Looks like my wife left me.
I think the pitch perfect impression really sells it.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered when I was playing Thousand Year Door Remake recently, I was like, I have a habit of like voicing the characters as I'm like reading the script for the game.
Of course.
And Grotus, I gave him, I thought he sounded like Pete.
Oh, okay, one more Pete thing before we
Well,
actually
well,
end this.
well, the Christmas sky. I collected them all.
Uh,
I just want to
we're
share.
gonna- I was gonna ask when we were gonna talk about the Disney news.
Oh,
In
yeah.
a minute. I just want to share one more thing about Pete. I recently learned that like one of the Persona voice actors for my game is the voice of Pomni. So I sent this message in the Discord where it got shattered as Pete. It was like, he's got amazing digital Easter eggs in this Persona game, goof. Why, it might be time for my second RPG, goof. And then parentheses, first what's FNAF World.
I'm glad you're
Weird.
very proud of that.
What a
joke.
great first impression.
I just like the idea that Pete, this version of Pete has only played one RPG and it's FNAF World.
Yeah.
I looked up for FNAF World and I saw we played like a couple of like RPGs. That looks like a gacha game. It looks like the most fuck-ass gacha game ever with the most fuck-ass gacha mechanics.
I think I have that game in my library.
Do we have
Yeah,
like a lot of news to talk
We should
about
probably
today?
get into the news. Real quick,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
My roommate's
Let's
in
get
chat
right into it.
and says she heard the Pete voice from her room and closed my eyes inside. That's great. Okay, so the other day, I guess technically it's still going on, actually. I
Yeah,
think.
right now.
We're in the middle of D23. We're not going to talk about every single last thing that got announced here because I don't think we care about every single last thing that got announced here. If you came here for our opinion on the Wizard of Waverly Place reboot, I'm sorry that
I'm learning this for the first time.
yeah, it's so hyped.
If you're here for our takes on Zootopia 2, stay in line.
But
Yeah.
I think the big one that got announced that is like kind of baffling people. We knew this was coming, like they had pre-announced this was a thing that they were doing, but we got more info on it, and a lot of it is just completely like absurd. We now know the plot of Toy Story 5, and there's 3, I think, key things about it that are just insane. One, Woody is back, which is
Yeah, he's
funny.
just there.
Which is funny because the 4th movie really emphasized like this is it. He's leaving forever. Goodbye. And because it felt like they didn't want to make any more, so they like tried to make like an ending that like Disney couldn't revert. Second, it is an iPad. It is a movie about electronics and kids liking them more than toys. So that can only mean good things. Third, and for some reason, this is the one that like made me feel insane, and I don't know why. The villain of this movie is 50 Buzz Lightyears who all think they're Buzz Lightyear. And like, but it's the specific amount, exactly 50. It's not just like a big group of them, it's exactly 50. But it's also the fact this will be the 4th time they've gone back to this Buzz Lightyear joke. They love it. They love Buzz Lightyear thinking he's a space ranger. This is the 4th Toy Story to do it.
out of
This is
5.
like the concept of like 50 lions versus like every Pokemon ever.
How is it like that? Other than the fact that there's multiple of something.
Like 5,000 Buzz things of Buzz Lightyear versus the toys and an iPad baby.
Okay,
Well, I
Rosen.
think the Buzz Lightyears would win in that case.
Yeah,
No, they
I don't know. I don't know how our toys are gonna get out of this situation. I'm kind of scared for them.
So
No,
what do
they
you
won't.
what do,
They're
what
not
do you
gonna make
all
it.
what do you all think of Toy Story 5?
I think the biggest thing, yeah, was the Woody thing. He's just up front and center, like nothing happened. It's just like we just know now that nothing matters. Like no matter how each of these films end, it's just going to be the same in the
Now-
next one every time, and it's just like I have no reason to really care at all about what these Toy Story movies do at this point.
Okay,
The
now
50 buzzes thing is really funny though, like out of context.
some changes reverberate and have effects because we don't see the potato heads anymore. So I guess they're dead.
I
Yeah,
mean,
they died of old age.
I was thinking about this at work. I want this to be a rage bait movie. I want this movie to be constantly pissing the audience off. My first idea is that they justify Woody being back by like him going like, oh well, Bo Peep met a new cowboy toy and well, she didn't want old Woody anymore, so I'm back, and that's how they explain him being back. Second is the potato heads got left like in a hotel, and there's this really mean-spirited like cutaway gag of like them still at like the motel they left them at, like they're covered in dust, and there's like bugs go all over them, and like
What the hell?
And it's like it's really
Evil.
upsetting. It's like really upsetting, and that's why they're not in the movie. And then third is Andy comes back, husband in tow. He has a husband, and he says to Bonnie, you did a great job looking after my toys.
That would be so awesome if they did that. I like those predictions.
I just want this movie to be like constantly making people angry. I think it'd be funny.
that would be insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the plot, I mean, it could very easily be like super hackneyed, like with the the toys are going against electronics kind of thing. But I mean, it does make sense. Like, I won't rule out that it could be done in an interesting way, but the one image that they released of it, which is all the toys looking at a kid on the iPad, it's just really funny because it looks like a political cartoon you would make. And like,
Right.
Yeah, it
Toy
does.
Story in the modern day. And then it's that, like just that, literally.
Ben Garrison, the movie.
Yeah. But I don't know. I want to say like I can trust Pixar can make good movies because they can. But I'm also thinking about the last like Toy Story universe movie they did. Lightyear was pretty.
What, you don't like it?
Well, it was.
You
What
know,
it wasn't
It
much
had
to write
ideas.
home about. It
It
had
had ideas.
ideas.
I didn't
you
see
know,
it. I didn't see that one. They seem to not ever know what to do with Buzz in any of these movies. I was talking about this, or I was kind of reading a conversation with some friends earlier, and consistently every time they do one of these movies, pretty much it's all about Woody still, and then Buzz is just kind of there, like they don't really
well, I
make
think
him like a comic relief character, and it's just like it's weird.
I think the thing that happened is, I've noticed his arc by all means ended in the first movie, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, but Woody's like a character like you can keep exploring, so that's why I think they kept going back to him. And you can kind of tell with each movie they're struggling more and more to like find things for Buzz to do. And
I still believe they could think of something better and make him more of an integral character.
oh
'cause
yeah,
to
I mean
me,
Now,
the fourth one was bad. Like the Buzz
Yeah.
usage in 4 was really bad.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like Woody and Buzz should be like more of a team,
yeah,
and like
like
they should
a
Buzz
duo.
should have actual character traits and things, and not just be like a. Because in 4, I think he was just like repeating the same like joke. It was like a
Yeah.
gag, right?
He
The
had
whole
the
movie.
his inner voice he kept listening to.
Yeah.
We got leaked footage of like the other concept art that they wouldn't show at D23.
I didn't see
All right.
that.
How is this? funny on screen. It's in the Discord. Is that Millhouse's Tails? But I think it was on screen. Whatever. I can't say that ahead of time.
What? Oh my gosh, is that Millhouse?
Yeah.
I
So
didn't know
this
he
is
was
a
in this.
really interesting leak. I'm not sure why this wasn't shown at D23 exactly.
Yeah, were they
Um,
worried about something?
Maybe they want to hold off on revealing the special new character voiced by a celebrity actor.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude, they put a lot of effort into the watermark on this. on the
oh yeah,
TV
for
there.
real. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're just gonna keep making these. Do you think about how aged a lot of the actors are in this?
I mean, Slinky, Mr. Potato Head, and Miss Potato Head's voice actors have all died.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna keep. Like I kind of thought, in the fourth movie when they kind of had the toys separate, and then on like Woody's side, you got the more like still like the Tom Hanks and Key and Peele. Rosa, what are you doing? Okay, I'm gonna continue.
Are you okay, Rosa? Rosa, you okay?
Yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah. I was just having a, I'm just laughing.
Okay, so you have your Tom Hanks and your Key and Peele, and it seemed like that was kind of like severing the old talent in a
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
Because Tom Hanks is still kind of like a big Disney guy. Then you got your others that are just a little, I don't know, maybe a little lesser, maybe a little older. But no, we got the classic gang back here. It's like, all right, it is a very funny like reversal of things. It seems.
But like, what about like the RC car?
I know he already confirmed the like Be Gone. They said that in Toy
Oh.
Story 3 when they talk about the toys like Wheezy and RC, and then Rex goes, "Oh, Pete."
Oh
Yeah.
The
Oh.
RC car didn't even have a voice. They just got rid of him because they felt like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have been
Maybe-
there.
Maybe for
Right?
the third movie, he would have been too convenient for them, so they had
Maybe.
to write him out.
Maybe this movie should have him like return because they showed him he had like a heroic moment in the fourth movie in the flashback, right?
Yeah.
So like maybe he's the one who gets Woody back to Bonnie.
after Bo Peep meets a cooler, handsomer cowboy character.
Yeah.
This won't be on screen, by the way. Woody will just mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just,
What
if- wait, hold on.
we keep joking. I just want to know how they're gonna justify it.
No,
There's
wait,
no
Yeah,
good.
we'll see.
There's no good answer. And yeah, what is
I mean,
Rosa?
this is just
Uh,
concept art. I could see them just putting Woody there just to say like he's gonna be in the movie, but like maybe he's gonna have his own like separate thing, and then they converge at the end and they reunite. I don't know.
Okay.
I would humor that as a possibility. But for now, it seems like they want people to know, like, hey, Woody's still around. I saw someone bring up, like, what if Bonnie just found out that Woody was missing and just got a new Woody?
Clone Woody.
Yeah,
Woody
Rosa,
I've
too.
never seen that.
Rosa, you were trying to
No,
say
it's-
something earlier?
Yeah, I was going to suggest that like if we are gonna show like a new the Hanson Cowboy, I want it to be like the one of the goons from like Toy Story 2, the Toy Story 2 game. Like there's
the
like a
end?
goon.
Like,
Yeah, yeah, there's like one of the bosses is like an evil cowboy who's like Sticky Pete's goons. So like
Stinky
imagine
Pete's goons.
Can we get
Yeah.
Stinky Pete's goons on screen? Because I'm not
Yeah, I'm working
familiar
on
with
it.
this.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
I found a cowboy. Is it like the one with the black hat and he's got like a mustache that you were talking about?
Yeah, two guns.
Okay, yeah,
Modern Woody.
I'll put him on screen.
This comment: Modern Woody voiced by Chet Hanks. Yeah, maybe that's what we're gonna get.
All right, here's Bo Peep's new boyfriend, apparently.
And he has to look exactly like the N64 model. Same amount of polygons.
Okay.
Do you think this movie will have another heartfelt goodbye at the end. Just every time they make a new
Oh,
one
they
of these.
do love doing that.
Oh, Pixar, they know how to tug on the heartstrings. You know?
every time they make a new Toy Story, they'll make an ending that feels like it's supposed to be the end, like the last one. Like it's like this beautiful heartfelt goodbye. Like there's no way we can keep going. This will be the last one for sure. Goodbye, guys. And then the next one, they're just back again.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
I think that might be why people are so against there being more Toy Stories, because
Mm.
you saw how people reacted to Shrek 5 announcement, right? Like, people were crazy, so happy. Yes, Shrek 5. And then they're both happening the same year, too, Toy Story 5 and Shrek 5. But the reaction to Shrek 5 is, yeah, I think it's better for a number of reasons. A big one is that Shrek 4 was like 15 years ago, so Shrek skipped a generation.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I mean, while the fourth Shrek did have finality to it, I don't think they were quite as like backpedally as
No,
Toy Story has been.
Shrek 4 didn't make a big emphasis about this is the last one forever. Like Shrek 4, like Toy Story 4, I think kind of did. Like they really emphasized that finality in Toy Story 4. Shrek 4 really didn't.
Yeah. I personally have more reasons to be excited about another Shrek movie. Even aside from Last Wish existing, I think Shrek is more interesting to me. But Last Wish was so good. I love that movie.
Mhm. I hope it has like that same art style.
Bill Clinton is in the chat.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing ever ends. Oh my god.
Hey, Bill Clinton.
He was
Bill
in the
Clinton.
Bizabizow stream that I was watching earlier, and we were quarreling a little bit. I won't lie.
So you're telling me this virus followed you?
I guess so. I don't know. Am I the I don't know the word to use. I'm the one who brought this over here.
Oh dear.
I guess it's like it follows.
He's like a
Yeah.
Bill Clinton. Yeah.
Sorry, that's
Bill
gonna distract
Clinton,
me
why
the
do
whole
you
show.
pass all those laws?
Oh my god. We can't have this be like talk to Bill Clinton and he responds 10 seconds later.
Yeah.
This podcast.
There was a few other Disney Pixar announcements made. I think almost all of them we knew about ahead of time. The only one we didn't, which is like in hindsight, I can't believe we didn't see this coming, because it's like, of course they're gonna do this. They're making Incredibles 3.
Yeah.
I'm kind of open to Incredibles 3 in kind of a like a Shrek 4 or a Cars 3 kind of way, where they could very easily just treat it as the actual sequel.
If they actually let Brad Bird make the movie he wants to make, then maybe it'd be good.
Yeah, like give it time, because I know what the second one, like a big problem with it was the release date got swapped around.
Yep.
So it's like they had to kind of rush out the story.
Yeah. If you've I mean, I've looked into, I don't know if you guys have looked into it, but for like Ratatouille had a very kind of long and in-depth development. There were a
Right.
ton of like rewrites,
He came in.
ton of like
He came in.
in-depth characterization. Like he's very hands-on with his films like that, and
Didn't he
they
come
come out
in?
amazing, right? So I don't know. I feel like you kind of have to give him the time.
Didn't he come in
And
like to that one a bit late too?
huh?
recall-
Ratatouille?
I thought he did. I thought he came into that one like late.
I'm not
Like,
sure.
Or they already
But-
had stuff nailed down that he like changed it when he came in.
Yeah, Gusteau was originally going to be alive.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
There's all of that. So it's like he's the kind of person who really like kind of sinks deep into these stories, I think, and two just did not give him the time to do that, and it just did not turn out that great. So I hope if they're doing another one, they give the people making it the time to make it great. But
Yeah.
I don't have my hopes up personally. I'm just kind of like accepting. Like, oh, okay, this is probably going to be more of the same. So
They're gonna Ratatouille on that thing.
That was
got
bad.
it.
That wasn't that bad. That was for our first one of the stream on a stream that is titled "Ready to Hawk the Tuah." I didn't. I wait. Okay, it was a little.
do
Pain.
you think that funny raccoon character from the second movie will return? The one that was like in all the
Oh my
marketing,
God,
and there was like in
the
one
epic
scene.
raccoon.
Oh my!
Like Mike
You know what that
Jackson.
is? That's
Yeah.
the exact same thing as like the Illumination dog.
Right.
Mario.
In
the
the
Mario
Mario
movie
movie.
dog. You know, the Mario movie dog. That scene is actually so long. It's crazy.
I don't know, that dog kind of awesome though. That dog kind of like kicked their
That
butt.
dog wanted.
Savage dog.
That dog wanted Luigi's dead.
That dog was low key kind of savage.
They're gonna put that dog into Mario Kart like 9. They'll be like,
No, they're not. Francis the dog.
yeah, they're gonna work on like the technology to make Poochie
That
drive
was-
the car. And then
That
they
was
can add
Miyamoto's favorite
Francis.
part.
Oh.
he said in interviews, Francis the dog was my favorite part of developing the movie. I really believe in Francis. Spin off anyone?
I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be insane if Incredibles 3 comes out and they still have it be like, you know, everyone's the same age.
The movie starts. Underminer comes out of the ground again. Yo, they
yeah.
finally, dude. It's just like the end.
They should make Underminer the main villain to like rectify that mistake.
You
know?
you joke. People actually wanted that, and
I know.
I give Incredibles 2 a lot of shit. I don't really like it that much, but I can't believe you want him to be like the actual villain of the movie. Like, what is he gonna do?
That was a literal like pun that he undermines the ending of the first movie. And we were like, oh, but no, he had this great plan to like take over the world. Why isn't there more screen time?
So did Syndrome,
Oh,
and he died.
Syndrome did die.
Syndrome. He cloned himself, and he is there for the third one.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
See, you brought up earlier how Cars, like the Cars 2 to Cars 3 kind of happened, and like how Cars 3 like kind of ignores Cars 2. I've been rewatching a lot of the Pixar movies lately because I just kind of want to watch all of them for fun. It's not even a joke. Cars 3 completely ignores that Cars 2 happens. There is not a single reference to it in the entire movie. Mater doesn't go like, oh, he makes a joke. He doesn't make a single joke about
He
being
doesn't
like a
use
spy.
the toilet at all.
No, he doesn't use the toilet. None of the
Oh,
characters in
man.
the second one return. There's no references to it. It almost feels like they knew the second one was bad because like there's a joke very early
you
on in
think?
the movie. They're like Lightning Suit's like his I am speed thing, and then Mater appears in the truck suddenly, and he asks me like, "Hey Mater, can you get out of the car? I need some alone time." And then Mater leaves, and then he's like barely in the rest of the movie.
Oh.
And it feels like they knew it was bad. It really does just feel like the actual Cars 2, but it can't be called Cars 2 because they made a Mater spy movie in the middle between them.
Right. Yeah.
I will say. Oh, sorry.
Yeah?
You go ahead.
Oh no! Please, you.
I actually kind of have an interesting thought about Cars 2 as a whole.
Okay.
I think Cars 2 is a situation where they wanted to do something so crazy, and I think I think that they had fun with it. It just wasn't. It just I don't know. It just wasn't the right thing to do. I think at that time too, they weren't really doing sequels that often.
No,
This is like right in that transition era, right?
Right.
I genuinely think that they just wanted to do some really goofy, campy shit, and they thought it was fun, and so they just did it. But like, obviously, the backlash was huge, right? People don't like it. It's whatever. But I do think that that's the reason it happened. That's part of the reason it happened. The other part was like merch. But
It's weird. I watched it and like my thought was I almost wish this was stupider. Like it's like not funny enough. I think like I didn't really laugh. Like if I wish they like just made it like really really stupid.
I definitely remember it being pretty dumb. Like that's like they definitely wanted it to be that, but yeah,
it's a very boring dumb. It's not like I can't believe they're doing this dumb. It's like just like a I guess it's like a C tier like mid-season Simpsons episode like in terms of execution.
I feel like it should have had like a higher body count.
That movie already has a body count,
die
doesn't
in
it?
Yeah, a higher one.
Even higher than that?
Yeah, like they should have like a mandatory like body count.
Is Cars 2 second to The Incredibles in terms of like characters killed?
I think it's number one. I think it might exceed The Incredibles, honestly.
It needs to be number one, and it needs to be like number one long enough for like at least 3 people on staff to pass away of old age.
What?
I think at least 50 characters die within the first like action scene, I want to say, and then like
What?
more die in later action scenes. There's definitely a very high body count in this movie. I think they should have had a scene at the end where Mater like visits like a graveyard and like there's like just a bunch of graves lined up and he's like, "Sorry, I had to do what I had to do." Anyway, yeah, I
They
guess The
should have done that,
Incredibles 3 could ignore The Incredibles 2. That's what this whole conversation was really all about.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they could like just don't have
Yeah,
those two characters
you-
come back.
If you set this movie for like longer than a year after The Incredibles 2, I feel like there wouldn't be any like reason to bring it up because it's such a retread.
Hmm.
And it's
Should time
basically
skip.
I think they should like skip time a little bit. The only like
Mm.
ramification of it is the supers being made legal, and you can just you don't even like you didn't even need that whole movie to show that happening. Like you could have just said it happened off screen and then gotten into, you know, what they have to deal with after that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, what if they want to bring back one of like the new superheroes they introduced? One of the amazingly designed new superheroes they
Oh my
added.
gosh.
Incredible.
Like what was one of them? Like I think the only one I know is what's she called, like the brick? Because it was like kind of offensive.
there's like the little old man who like pukes lava.
That's the only one I remember off the top of my head.
I know there's
Wasn't there a bird, like an owl person?
There's an
Yeah.
owl guy. There's the
Yeah.
free to play like battle royale game looking character girl, right? With the colored hair.
That's the
Oh,
one.
yeah.
What's her name? She had a cool
Void?
name, didn't she?
Her name was Void.
Oh, just Void?
Yeah.
Okay.
Avoid the noid. He ruins pizza.
Ah!
Look, I'm trying to put a picture of the lava guy. I hate him. I'm looking at him right now. They did a bad job on this guy. I don't like him.
Those
Maybe they'll come
character
back.
designs, I remember not looking great. I'm like, ooh.
No, I
They
remember
should
they
come
got
back in the
revealed.
third movie with
Tug's
like Edna
collar.
mode, like
Tug's shirt collar a
redesigns.
bit.
See, you're saying they should come back and they should be like Edna Mode, like redesigned all their outfits.
Yes.
Yeah.
She should like say, "I also gave them a bit of plastic surgery." So- I don't know, it'd be a little funny.
Oh no.
So
So
they-
wait. Are you implying Edna Mode would like change his suit to like green or something? Because I don't know about
Just
that.
change their designs completely. They just look like completely different people.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Oh. Yeah. You know, I can't hate him compared to like the other designs.
The old man?
Yeah.
This
What do
thing's
you-
gonna sell like hot sauce or like or like a medication.
He looks like he'd be like on a local commercial from like his local
Yes.
business. He's like, "I'm the hot sauce guy."
He looks like the Protogent mascot, the recolored
my God.
Super Y guy.
You're right. It looks like Super Y.
Your
Yeah.
security is my motto. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Just such
Well-
bizarre designs. They don't even look like the Incredible.
Is there any other amazing D23 reveals? and announcements?
Zootopia 2.
Yeah.
They're Fortnite.
What?
They're
Fortnite?
Fortnite. Yeah, the Incredibles are gonna be
Yeah.
Mr. Incredible,
yeah.
Oh, I
Elastic
did see
Girl,
that,
and also- yeah.
Saw that.
There are some very canny lobbies.
Yeah.
Is that still in? We still laughing at canny, everyone?
Yeah, Canny. Yeah, we like that, Ryan.
There's one thing I want to say about the Incredibles 3.
Okay.
What is it?
I feel like what was going on in the first one, like the stuff they did for promotions and external, what is external lore, but like extra
What?
stuff,
Were there
'cause
like
I
real
know-
life people?
No, the thing was that like they also have, I think it was on the website where they or on the DVD where like they had like interviews of like each of the heroes that we saw in the movie that were most killed off and
Oh,
including,
yeah.
like- yeah,
The Incredibles 1 DVD had like a treasure trove of bonus features.
right. And it's kind of like even if they do, and even if it comes out good, it's kind of like we're not gonna have like extra material like that.
I think like
No.
the best thing Pixar's ever made. They made that Clutch Cargo cartoon for The Incredibles on the DVD, and then they also included a commentary track from Mr. Incredible and Frozone. And Frozone just gets increasingly more like angry at it, and like he gets mad.
It was so cool, man. That was so cool.
Right.
And then he like gets mad that like Drew is a white guy, and he's like he just gets increasingly pissed off at it. It's
And then
awesome.
Mr.
my
Incredible
God.
was like, "Well, he's kind of looks like you."
Oh god.
He's tan.
Yeah, I've seen that's just I love that.
Never seen
Something
that.
about that first Incredibles movie, like the writing and everything. It's so adult, but it's like
Right.
so I don't know. The
It really
script
is like
really,
between-
really strong. And then
It-
you have two and it's just like
It is in between like an age or like 14 plus and adult, I guess. 14 plus for sure, and I guess it's kind of sad animation. It's like, at least in Western animation, is limited to like how it like handles this content and how it's supposed to like appear.
It's for kids.
It's
Yeah.
for kids. Yeah, but
it's for
also-
kids. The guy jumps out of a building and tries to kill himself.
Yeah.
It's for kids, though. It's for
He
kids.
sues Mr. Incredible for saving his life. Like,
Yeah,
I
Incredibles
wanted
one.
to kill myself.
Incredibles one has a lot of stuff like that, like the guy trying to kill himself, then suing Mr. Incredible. The whole movie's like binged on the fact she thinks Mr. Incredible's sleeping with another woman.
Yeah, all that stuff happened in the first one, and like I watched it as a kid, and I still loved the movie. Like
Oh, I didn't get like any of it as a kid, but I
movies,
loved
these
it.
I feel like Pixar movies don't do that anymore because they're like, but kids won't get it. They won't understand. It's like, well, you can just have
Because they're
cool
Disney
scenes with
movies.
Dash or like stuff like that later, and they'll still like it. But I think Incredibles 1 just has such a wide breadth of things to offer in terms of
It's-
like its theming and like really dark stuff like that. Like the
Well, Incredibles 2 has that really funny raccoon cartoon character.
Remember with Jack? He gets like really big and like fat. They're like, oh no. That was kind of awesome and adult.
Dude, remember that part in Incredibles 2 where you get a seizure watching it?
I hated that. I do remember that. I hated watching that shit in theaters.
Why the hell
That's
did
a
they
pretty-
put that in the movie?
That's
What
for
were
the
they
adults, you know.
thinking?
What were they thinking? Maybe that's some of their adult content, you know, like it's not safe for
Oh no!
kids, you know.
It's over.
Let's see how the kids handle
Oh.
this epileptic episode.
Oh my
But-
god!
But Zootopia 2, anyone excited for that one?
I am like, I don't know. Okay, I saw some like promos for it, and like I saw them on the posters. Had pretty much every supporting character from Zootopia 1 on it, plus like one new guy. And I want to say it would actually be the lamest thing ever if if the movie's 90% like the same cast. Like, what would be the point, right?
I think
I don't think that's what they'll do, but like it would suck.
I think they have their like because there's a lot of like bit characters in that movie that are really memorable. So I think
Yeah.
they're probably gonna want to cash in on a lot of.
I
those,
like the first movie.
freaking-
I care about it more than a lot of other Disney movies. But
Uh-huh.
another thing that I saw a clip of it, like a scene, like a little sneak peek that they showed, and it was like Judy and Nick go to like this marsh area, and there's
Yeah.
like hippo people and stuff. And it was like the whole joke of the scene is like, oh, these people talk weird, and it was kind of like, okay, this kind of feels like a retread of the first movie, where like most of the first movie is just like them going to different people, and it's like a commentary. It's like, oh, these animals talk like this people, and this animals talks like this people, and it's like, oh, are they just gonna do that for the whole sequel? Or because like I don't know, it could be good, but I'm like not terribly interested in doing that again, like for the whole movie.
I'm
So-
really curious to see what a Zootopia movie looks like in like a post like Trump George Floyd world. Because I feel
Yeah.
like a lot
don't
has
know.
happened.
There's been a lot, yeah, and so I don't know I don't even know what
Yeah.
angle it's gonna be at, really. So
I think it's been pointed out by like me and some other people. I've noticed like a lot of promo material. They're making sure they're not dressed as cops. Their outfits aren't cop outfits. I've noticed. I don't know. I think they're still
I
gonna be
didn't
cops.
even notice that. You're right, though.
I think there's still gonna be cops, but they're gonna try to mention it as like little as possible. And like, we'll emphasize them being
Yeah.
like detectives more than anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the easy way out. You make them detectives.
You think they're gonna have like a Columbo guy?
No, I don't think
We're
there's
gonna
gonna
have
be a
a Dick
Columbo guy that like
Gumshoe
follows
guy.
around and does like a Columbo voice, like
Nick and Judy. You know, I know
Pretty
you're following
funny.
this guy's.
What
I got a
animal would
tip for you.
Columbo be? What
he'd be an
animal would-
hippopotamus, right?
No, in Sesame Street, the Columbo character, and he's like a sheep, so it's got to be a sheep. Like, now pay tribute.
Okay,
to
yeah, because he's got the
Sesame
hair.
Street.
Okay,
There's also like a
Yeah.
dog.
He could be a dog. That would work too. He could be a dog.
Are there domesticated dogs in Zootopia?
I don't think there is.
Don't think about it.
I think just wolves. He could be a wolf.
Oh yeah, there's also suspicion that Zootopia 2's like gimmick is that reptiles now are in it. And
Yes.
there's like one snake character that they show.
Was his name Gary?
Yeah.
Think.
Was that him? Yeah. So they got Gary voiced by Ke Huy Quan.
He looks a lot like the Jungle Book snake, like that
And
guy.
that's the prototypical like
Yeah,
Disney kind of animal.
yeah.
Maybe it's like intentional.
Yeah. Well, I mean, furries work on these movies, and I think furries that's like the furry snake. Like that's the mother. Like how Robin Hood is like the primordial furry fox kind of character.
Yeah, but there's like scalies is like the other thing. It's like a subcategory.
Right. We're gonna get a lot of scalies. They're gonna
Yeah.
get some scaly hires for this.
Yeah.
Really nail the scale.
They sent out like a job like request, like
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
for
like LinkedIn.
scalies.
Professional
should have, like,
scaly artist.
They should have a Komodo dragon character. That's the thing. Is like I want them to do new characters. I want there to be cool new animals that they like have in there that are cool. It's like, yeah, I would watch that again if it's good. But most likely I won't care and won't see it. So
Oh, don't be cynical. It could be awesome.
I don't know. I'll have to see more trailers, I guess.
Okay.
We'll have to hunt for the
Shut
Easter
up!
eggs in all these trailers.
It's impossible to keep up.
Let's all do the Pete voice at the exact same time.
He's at D23 probably. He's sitting in the audience like, oh, here we're
Really?
gonna go. Here we're gonna go.
Well, that sure
Well,
was
they
an
have-
amazing digital trailer.
They have like nervous cracked out Mickey there.
They do.
I saw a video of that. Yeah, what the hell was that? That was
The-
scary.
the Charles Martinet Mario head technology from the 90s looks better than it, which is like not great for them.
I was seeing footage of that. Yeah, that's crazy.
For anyone who doesn't know, they have like an interactive Mickey at D23 that you can walk up and talk to, and he's like really over animated. It seems to be like partially motion captured to his head,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, it's like a
Um,
CG mocap Mickey, right?
Yeah, but he's like
Mhm.
constantly like fidgeting and moving around, and he looks like a nervous guy in an airport or something. He's like carrying weapons, like he looks freaked out.
It's like they're gonna have to check his butt soon.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh, the X-ray's coming up. I have pre-check, but I just know they're gonna notice. I just need to get through here, and then I'll be good.
yeah,
He's wearing his sweater.
yeah. I
Pretty
mean,
cool.
he's
Wait.
dressed nice.
There's like the mascot Mickey. Pictures of like the mascot people are saying like it looks like he's like Kingdom Hearts 4.
Kingdom Hearts 4
Hold on.
mascot Mickey.
Wait, is he wearing the
I
hood
don't
and
know.
stuff? Like he's all scary looking?
You will need to see that, Rose. We'll need proof. We'll
Let
need
me
evidence.
let me just
I've not played Kingdom Hearts. I want to, but I think Mickey's outfit in those games is like the funniest thing to me.
you know
Out
they
of
had to like
context.
Funny games.
It's so funny.
you know they had to like you know in like a demo prequel game they had to explain why he was shirtless in the first game.
They had to
I'm
explain
glad. I'm
that.
glad they cleared
Like,
that
they-
up for us.
They made like an explanation to why he was shirtless in the first game because
Aw.
like because after Kingdom Hearts 1 he's like wearing like a t-shirt or something. So like in the game that was like a demo for Kingdom Hearts 3. Now he's there, he's like wearing a shirt, and then they show a cutscene where he loses it. And it connects back to like the first game.
That's dedication to the continuity. I
You
Right.
might
respect-
have been wondering why I'm not wearing my shirt in the first game. Oh,
Also, I'm really,
Go on.
Sorry, I'm glad Rosa was talking right then because I heard Ryan almost said something horrible.
What I almost
About
say?
what?
I
Before
don't
you got cut off.
remember.
You're like, oh, it looks like I'm serving, and then the camera cut off.
Oh
It's like,
no,
There you go.
Why does it say Homer's Edge on it?
that's not Homer.
I miss. Don't worry
What?
about it. But
That is
yeah,
not
no, that was-
Homer.
Listen. Sometimes I find Sometimes I find like images online, so I have to make sure it's transformative, so I don't get sued by someone.
Why
you-
would you be getting sued?
Yeah, imagining Mickey at the E3 overhears Homer's Edge, and then he goes,
Okay.
Dude, they just acquired Fox, and this happens. No.
Because
way.
when we edge, we come. Sorry, that's. You
Oh,
can save
God.
that one or forget it forever if you want. But there you go.
I don't think we'll have anything to say on this. It's just funny they're doing this. Frozen 3 was re-announced, and they're working on Frozen 4 at the same time.
Oh, they want to do that two-parter. They want to cash in.
I mean,
on
the
that
story was just so big,
two-parter.
they couldn't possibly tell it in just one Frozen 3.
They want to be Spider-Verse so bad. They want that two-parter.
Is there
We'll
anything
see
else
how they
really-
do it. We'll see how they do it.
Oh,
The thing about doing a
Apparently they're-
two-parter is that people have to actually. I mean, the story has to be good. People have to want to see it continue, right? Like,
They're gonna want to see it.
otherwise, it's like sunk cost because, like,
We
well,
love
it's
Frozen.
frozen.
Folks.
It's frozen. It's gonna sell no matter what. But yeah.
Rosa, do you want us to talk about the D23 exclusive Mickey Walt art scale 1 to 10 statue?
I mean, if you want to, if we're gonna talk about sociopaths, then here's one. Like, didn't Walt Disney like died insane? Like because he was trying to
What?
make like doing some insane that shit, like trying to make like his own little community he runs as like
Oh,
its
I mean,
mayor and
he had
not.
crazy
and, like,
ideas.
Yeah,
I
but this
think
was crazy.
But I think he died because he smoked all the time.
He died. He smoked all the time. But like, I know. I'm not saying this constant of that. I'm saying this is like the last thing he was doing as he was dying, and
What
was
is
making
this?
sure. So like, if anyone watched Defunctland talking about like the Disney community, there was a time where before Walt Disney died at the last moment, he wanted there to be like run like a community where people work in the area and then work in the park, live there, and then swap in out every year or something.
So,
And like he won.
Like
Did they
Mr.
announce
Beast.
this at D23? Are they bringing it
No,
back?
this was years ago. No, this was years ago when he was still
No, I
alive.
know, but like, what is it? What is it? Is there any new announcements on that?
I mean, they
like-
did try to like. There were that concept art that was kind of similar to like what Walt Disney did years ago, but it's kind of just funny to like think
Okay.
about.
Okay,
That's not-
oh, go on.
What?
Oh, someone doesn't talk.
No.
Just two more
Psycho.
things about D23.
Sorry.
Dude,
Continue,
you got
please.
owned. You got owned.
Two more things about D23. They gave some updates on the Phineas and Ferb revival. None of it matters except one thing. They've confirmed. And I didn't want this to be the case. I was hoping so bad that this wouldn't happen.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz has relapsed to being evil.
What?
No.
They
Wait.
announced this?
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, is Buford still there?
Oh, he's still there. Buford's fine.
Okay, then
Oh,
what's the
no.
problem? Who cares what Buford's up to?
But
Because
Doofy, he tried to turn his life around and he failed miserably.
Okay, and he's always gonna fare miserably. Whatever.
I don't know,
Buford's
it's-
here.
It's
We got
sad.
Buford. We got
You know,
Buford.
I
I
I
think-
did watch a lot of Phineas and Ferb growing up, so curious. I'm curious what this would be. I'm curious.
I mean, that's kind of been the thing with this this like reboot thing, continuation revival. Because Phineas and Ferb is a very like formula dependent episodic
Yeah.
show.
They really
it's also-
exhausted it too back then.
Right. But it's also like a show that progressed its characters and had kind of a definitive endpoint. So it has been kind of a question of like how they're gonna handle like still being able to maintain that formula while also building on the show that ended. So I guess
Yeah.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz, he's gonna relapse back to evil. He tried, folks. He tried to get off evil, but he couldn't. They had him on Milo Murphy's Law. They brought him on there.
I
The
liked
late
that.
great Milo Murphy. Sorry.
Did you guys see the what was it? The Candace movie? What was it called?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a few years ago now. I enjoyed it. I liked that. I remember liking
I
that.
did too. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
I loved when Barney from The Simpsons came and he sang, "Are you alone?"
Okay, you can't do that. It's been too long since we last brought that up. It's like I don't think anyone gets it anymore. I don't think anyone gets
Remember when
the Barney Gumble singing the Candace Against the Universe song.
Remember when he like tried to kill like a chicken?
Yes, and
It's gonna happen.
yeah.
Oh
Oh,
wait.
but-
Speaking of Disney Channel, have you guys been seeing like the Bill Cipher stuff?
Oh
The
yes.
Book of Bill website.
Yeah,
I looked
that
at that a
stuff's
little
awesome.
bit.
I don't
Yeah.
have the book myself, but I watched Gravity Falls as it was airing as a kid, and
I-
I think that show's awesome. So
I am curious if that is building to any like bigger project because
it
got-
apparently is, but I don't know.
because they got some like big names for like just like an Easter egg website. Like there's a few of them that have like stuff like Weird Al, and, like Charlie
Yep.
Day, like on
Dude,
them.
they got Matt Pat.
They got
Yeah,
Matt
they got
Pat?
Matt Pat, and he like killed him on screen. That was
Okay.
insane.
Rosa, please.
And look, why did Matt act like he was like dying?
What do you mean? He
Yeah,
looked
he
like he
acted
was
not
dying.
dying.
Yeah, he
I-
looked like he was dying.
He
was,
just
like,
walked
dramatically
away.
dying.
He just showed up. He was like,
There's
"Oh, that's
okay.
just a
No,
theory."
no.
And he-
There's two versions. There's one where
Oh.
there's a short version and then there's a longer version. I don't remember him dying though.
Okay.
I said he looked like he was dying.
Oh, come
okay.
on. I said he looked like it, okay? Alright, okay, Rosa.
Well,
Okay.
Okay, then fuck you. See, I'll update the autopsy
Hey!
report. Call me Edgeworth like Homer.
What? So did
Okay.
So they announced this about Phineas and Ferb? Like they had to like make a huge announcement about it?
About like Doofenshmirtz being evil again?
Yeah.
No, they just like a panel. And they mentioned a few things, but that was like the main one I thought was funny.
Oh, okay.
I do have one thing to say about that. I think it'd be funny if like because Vanessa like told him he shouldn't be evil at the end of the show. I think it'd be really funny. She was like really like just upset with him this entire like revival because he like relapsed and he like I'm not talking to my dad right now.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's usually upset with him anyway for various
it-
reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't that show end with her joining
Alka,
Alka?
yeah,
Are they gonna they'll probably
they won't
will they
mention
do
it.
anything? They
No.
won't anything. Okay.
They won't. Real quick, just
Oh.
back
Are they?
on
Are they
Go
gonna
on.
mention that like we're the first gay members of Alka?
what?
The bugs?
Yeah.
Oh, the bugs from
That's
the
a
Alka
great way to bring
files?
that up, Rosa.
I hope they
Noah,
find a
you-
way.
do you know the bugs? Noah?
Are you talking about that? So, if it's what I'm, or if what I'm remembering here is correct, are you referring to like the scrapped third subplot?
Yes.
Okay.
They are.
Yeah, I know about that. I
bugs.
know that somehow there was going to be another subplot on top of the Doofenshmirtz subplot. How would this have even ever worked?
I don't know. It was like
Where it's just three bugs, right? And they're just like,
they must have realized pretty early on, like, this is like nothing.
that's crazy to have three plots going on at the same time that all interweave.
And one of them
Every
is
episode.
clearly, and one of them is clearly less interested than the other two.
Right, because I feel like the whole like Candace and then like Doofenshmirtz dichotomy is like really interesting. Like they kind of
Yeah, it
parallel
makes
each other.
yeah, it always makes sense. And like having Perry be the through line, it's like, yeah, it kind of all it's like disconnected but also connected.
Right.
With the bugs, I don't know what it's supposed to
I mean, they
connect.
had the bugs showed up in a couple episodes, and all they did
I
was
heard about that.
they just like they would show up and try to get involved, and then they'd get squished. And that was kind of their only joke.
Maybe that
They
was
would just get
maybe that was the
squished.
vision. Maybe that was the
Yeah,
vision.
maybe that's all they had cooked up after like 20 years since the pitch Bible.
The new season comes out and now the bugs are in every episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Apparently,
great.
Every single time.
apparently, at some point in time, according to the Phineas and Ferb wiki, Swampy Marsh confirmed that when they did explode at the end of the Alka files, they did survive.
Okay, well that's very reassuring to know that the three
Unfortunately.
bugs survived The Alka Files pilot.
I wanted to say about Gravity Falls real quick. I am really curious what it's all building to, because like it's like pretty in depth, like the site,
Yeah.
like hundreds of stuff.
Did you see them? There was an implication of a prequel season, I believe.
Yeah, that's one of the things that got implied, is like a season
Yeah.
-1 is what it was, or something.
That would be really interesting. My dog is barking right now.
I hear it. What the heck?
He's really loud.
That's what breed is that?
He's a mutt. He's just really loud.
Oh, okay. Well, tell him I said hi.
You can like
All
get
that I will later when I'm out of this call.
you can
Yeah.
like get the files for like the Jiffany assets they used
Yeah,
in the show.
okay. You have to enter her name several times in a row, and it will just install a zip file on your computer. With like every sprite of her, I think. Maybe not everyone, but like a ton of sprites of her from the show.
Yeah, and there's like another one that if you type Alex a bunch of times, you get like a thing that gives you like an email and a date, a specific time to send it, like in December. I don't know. They're doing a lot of shit.
This is like a, you know, like, if an ARG is like a straight path, like you have to do this, then do this, then do this. This is like spaghetti ARG where there's like a million things overlapping, and people are constantly trying to solve things, and then other things pop up. Like he had probably been setting this up for like years. It's crazy.
Yeah. He knows how to send people on a goose chase.
Yeah,
awesome.
that was one of the things about this the show when it was airing, that I don't think like any show after, like cartoon wise, has like really like topped. It was like the experience of like solving the mystery, because they like doing a lot of like stuff outside of the show while it was airing for like people to like follow. Like they would like put like codes, like flash games. They put like codes on like
I
hidden
cannot believe the
sites.
McBucket thing. They made that themselves. And
Oh
put it out.
yeah.
That was
Fake leak.
insane.
Yeah, and then when the show ended,
Unprecedented.
when the show ended, they also put everyone into like another big ARG.
Yeah, they did.
Right.
Right.
Like they were constantly doing that, and like I don't think any show has done something like that since, like constantly.
Alex
Haven't
just
talked
really
about the
cares
Rugrats
about.
reference?
Alex Hirsch cares about community.
Mhm.
I listened to this a long time ago, but I listened to a couple interviews that he did. I remember specifically him mentioning stuff like, he's like, yeah, I always want to try and respond to fan emails and, you know, connect with the community, because when I grew up, I loved like Nintendo stuff and kind of always felt like there was a disconnect there. So
Mhm.
I just thought like, wow, that's so cool that he wants to connect with people and do really cool things, these characters, because clearly he cares a lot about them, and a lot of other people do too. So for him to, I mean, for it to be going on this long too, it's just wow.
So somebody in chat brought this up. I do love the time he made that fake leak and then pretend to get mad about it
Yeah.
on Twitter.
Right. He's like,
Yeah.
I am so mad right now, Arthur.
He's like, I'm fuming right now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
By the way,
insane. Nobody else was pulling shit like that back
Well,
then.
the
I don't think
reason-
anybody else cared to.
The
Even like,
reason
oh, sorry, you go ahead.
I was gonna say the reason he made it was because people were figuring out that like Stan's brother wrote the journals and all that, and he didn't want to like be like do that thing where like he changed like the plot of the show to fool people. Like he didn't want to. What is
That would have been disastrous.
Of course,
I
you
forgot
planned that from the beginning, so you can
Scott-
properly foreshadow and build it. But
some Scott Cawthon shit where he changes the plot of the game because people figure it out.
yeah.
So instead, what he did was he made a fake leak and made it seem like it was real.
Right, yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
McGucket leak.
No, that's the way to do it. If you're gonna do something with a lot of through lines like that, I think planning is really important and having like a direction in mind from the start.
Mhm.
Because I think Scott Cawthon admitted guilty recently, where he was kind of. I interpreted it as him saying I was going game by game, and I had an idea, and the next thing that I did contradicted it, so I can't go back to it. That's how I interpreted it. And
Mhm.
so that kind of makes clear, like, okay, I mean, and it's fine for the games to kind of be telling their own story, but with Five Nights at Freddy's in particular, it felt like for such a long time it was like trying to sell people on the idea that everything is there's like a through line,
Right.
but there's too many. I think there's just so many things, so many disjoints there.
Right.
It's quite messy. So
What you're
Especially with like
What?
go on?
I was gonna say something about like Empreg, just so we could like go
Okay.
back to like the apparently canon Empreg on Gravity Falls.
Oh yeah, one of
I
the
thought you were
things.
talking about FNAF. I thought you were talking about Five Nights at Freddy's.
You could have been
'cause
talking about
FNAF too.
FNAF there.
No, FNAF does have like Empreg, but only in one of the books.
Yeah.
One
Wait,
of-
so both of them have it? Wait, this is
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things you can get in this like website is like a thing where Bill goes like, "Guess what? You got a little gift card on the way." And it shows like an ultrasound of like a Bill Cipher baby that's supposed to be in your stomach.
That's hilarious.
Oh
Man. Oh my god. Dude, Neil Cicerega was on that. He got Neil Cicerega to do
Neil
one of those.
Cicerega wrote like a lot of songs for the show that came over to cut. I remember that. He wrote like a whole
Yeah.
villain song for Bill Cipher, and they didn't end up using it.
But he was on he made a thing for the website.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Goosebumps parody thing. It's funny.
See, now we have to figure out where like the Matt Chapman Easter egg is.
yeah.
Matt
out
Chapman
there.
running on that show is so funny because like if you watch Homestar, you can like immediately like point out like what a Matt Chapman joke is on that show.
Yeah. I love Brothers Chip. It's so funny.
But the
I
one
was
that
thinking
always
I was thinking about Vidalectrics the other day. Graphics! Better graphics! Better graphics! It's just so funny.
that always sticks out to me in Gravity Falls is the 90s version of the Dungeons and Dragons one they do. It's like Diggity Dungeons and all that. There's like a song attached to it. And I remember watching like that's such a freaking Matt Chapman joke, and then I watched the commentary track and he's like, "Yeah, that was all me."
Awesome.
Oh.
One more thing about D23 before we move on. I do want to mention this because we only talked about sequels. I do want to talk about like an original film they announced. We Bare Bears creator Daniel Chong has announced a new movie he's making with Pixar called Hoppers. It's about a girl who transfers her mind into a robot beaver to infiltrate the animal kingdom.
That's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I have faith.
I like Pixar's original ideas, honestly. Like thinking of like most of their recent original ideas, I feel like I've been very interested in.
Yeah.
Luca, Turning Red.
Yeah.
I think they're at their best when they're making like personal stuff that's also kind of weird because like that's what Turning Red was a bit too. Is like it was like a very personal like movie and it was got like a little weird thing. This
Turning
seems
Red was not made for me, but I was still able to enjoy it because it was such a clear vision that was executed from such a specific perspective, and it was like, wow, I really enjoyed it for that.
It was very beautiful, and like to hear that like it was like one of the major staff members was like someone who ran the Nietzsche zine is like very eye-opening because like I could see like the gag comic influence from in Turning Red, especially with like
I put it on
Pascal
screen.
Skies.
The human characters in this don't also have like the traditional Pixar look from what it looks like, which is cool.
Yeah, it's its own style, which is really nice. I hope they continue to do this where they kind of allow each director to drive the style and vision that they want for like the visuals. I think it's great. It's really great.
And then they can just make Toy Story 6 so they get a little too scared.
Yeah.
I mean that they made Lightyear because they got a little too scared from Luca and Turning Red.
Oh man. I bet freaking Pete Docter was turning red when he saw the box office proceeds for Lightyear. There's something there.
Not great.
That was all right. There's something there. There's something there.
I gotta say, they were pandering to a specific audience when they added in the 9/11 detail to like Toy Story 5.
What?
Oh,
okay.
Well, that did come out in the concept material, so we know that is going to happen. So
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I like this tweet linked in like the Discord, like replying to like the disgusting film tweet of this movie. It's like me, Pixar. How many drugs did you take for this idea? Pixar, yes.
Yeah.
Classic.
Claps.
Classic.
Dude.
Classic brain dead blue check.
Applauds.
Reply.
Claps. Dude, that's like that's so true though. So true.
Honestly, you have to wonder sometimes. I feel like you would have to take like a little, like smoke a little bit of weed to think of something as crazy as this, like a talking beaver with the brain of a human. Like that's kind of weird, isn't it?
Some of this stuff, I will say, just to talk about Anton Blast for a second. Some of the stuff we think up, some of the stuff we think up is the most insane shit ever, but we don't do that.
You don't do drugs.
I don't know where the drug part comes in.
You don't smoke a whole bowl before you get in the development
No,
room.
I think
on
some
Anton
people are
Blast?
just. I think some people are just a little crazy, but in the right ways.
You know,
No, that's
You can
a
quote me on
really-
that.
That's a great like Tim Burton movie quote.
You can quote me on that.
I think
And,
a lot
like,
of people who make cartoons
I don't know
are
where
just
the
little
drugs
weirdos.
come in. I don't think you should need drugs to have good ideas. That's my take.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a hot take. Probably isn't, but that's my take.
You see, where
It's
I
just
get my-
weird. It's weird to assume that like, oh, bro, has to be on some kind of hyper lean to come up with this shit, dude. It's like, what?
I think people who don't work on like games or cartoons cannot fathom how people can have like a weird idea, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait, a talking sponge? Okay. What did he do? What did he smoke to come
Right.
up with this? What? How do you
mean-
even think of this?
People, everyone, you all have weird ideas. You know, it's just the difference is like some people pursue them. You know,
Exactly.
that's all it is.
Yeah.
We're all crazy. We're all sickos in our own ways.
We're all, and if you have a little twist in your head and a little skip in your step.
We're all mad down here. Yeah.
It's a bit
So-
crazy, are we? Everyone's a little crazy, darling. The difference is only some of us pursue it.
I don't know.
So
Is that a good
true.
like?
Oh, big brother, big brother.
Big brother. Oh,
I was saying something to myself. Oh my god, I'm never gonna be able to think about this. I'm gonna remember what this was like a full day later. I was talking to myself in like a cow and chicken voice, doing this like
Yes, you
back
did.
and forth thing. I
Dude,
can't
you're
remember
literally
what I was
Charlie
saying.
Adler. You're literally him.
It was something really stupid that was like, I can't say this on the podcast. It was something. I don't know what it was. I don't know.
Didn't we?
Man.
I mean, we did do like chicken and chicken voice Jocana forever.
No, it's something on that wavelength. Definitely is.
We have
Then
some
it's
break.
definitely okay.
We have some breaking news before we get into the next topic.
What?
Bright has dropped a new tweet.
Oh my
What?
god,
I'm
Great
going to-
Galaxy has a new Pete tweet?
I'm gonna read it right now.
No way! Live reading. Everyone sit down on like the kindergarten carpet. Everyone,
We were just
crisscross
talking about
applesauce.
Look, I need you to listen to me. I need you to listen close. The wife took me to the store, and when I was playing with the Pixar SpaghettiOs, I dropped it on the floor. I found something amazing. I'm on my way to your house on my tricycle right now. Got the whole gang over, and Peter's holding a Sonic Superstars coloring book with the duck from Migration on the cover too.
Illuminations migration.
How is he alive? I thought he died.
I thought you died. No. I thought we conquered him. That's
My death
insane.
was greatly exaggerated.
Oh my
Well,
God.
pal, let's just say, if you
Yeah.
know, you know.
Well, speaking of Plankton,
Uh-oh.
Plankton, who's set to
yeah.
star in his own movie, it leaked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Leakers.
A
Netflix
whole
had a
movie?
huge leak. They hit us with that Plank Tuah. We got the entire Plankton movie.
I hate you. I
Leaked
hate you,
online.
and I hate you, and I want you dead.
My
What?
my biggest thing with that was crazy to me is I think we just got out of Comic-Con, right? And
Yeah.
weren't they hyping up an entirely separate movie that wasn't that? Like,
Yes.
They weren't even
Oh.
talking about this one at all. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't acknowledged publicly at all.
So they're making
it's
these
just-
Netflix spin-offs, and they're also doing the theatrical movie still. So that's what they were showing.
Wait,
at
what?
Comic-Con.
This isn't a
yeah.
theatrical one?
No, this is gonna be like the Sandy movie where it's just exclusive to Netflix.
Man,
Yeah.
they just have these shelved. Like that's the thing. It's just how many more of these are finished like already or
I
are
don't
being
know.
worked on? Because
The
there's so
Sandy
many.
movie. We know the Sandy movie. So basically, what happened with this Plankton movie? There was a huge Netflix leak, and so
Yeah.
just the entire movie was dumped online. And what's really funny about this is that the same thing happened like a year ago to the Sandy Cheeks movie. It was fully finished, and it just leaked online, completed. And the Sandy movie like just came out like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
And now like right after that, we have this leak of the Plankton movie, which isn't due to come out till next year. I imagine probably. I wouldn't be surprised if it's close to a year from now.
It's
And
a
they like
cycle.
they want
It's
the
a
Sandy
cycle.
Cheeks movie to like have its time to find an audience. Good luck with that.
No.
But no, the entire Plankton movie is like you can go on like I mean we won't say that you can find it and watch it because we don't want to get blacklisted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I think I'm
Exactly.
already blacklisted.
I'm more in favor of getting whitelisted myself.
oh yeah,
I want to get green listed because green's my favorite color.
That's a good
Yeah.
color to like. Yeah.
I'm probably blacklisted because I said like one critical thing about like SBA.
oh I don't know. I'm sure I'm fine. I haven't made any controversial posts about Disney children's cartoons, have I?
I don't know.
You made that tweet about Timmy Turner, Butch Hartman, traditional family values, and everyone got mad at
I
you for it.
did. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna get kicked off. The crew of Fairly Odd Parents: A New Wish. Oh man.
I just can't believe like the same style of like SpongeBob CGI Netflix movie. The next one they did immediately got leaked too, and I hope this just keeps happening. Like we're gonna learn there's like a Larry the Lobster movie. And, like you're gonna log on Twitter one day like just see a tweet full Larry the Lobster movie.
Gary movie.
Gary
gosh.
movie. That's what
That'd be awesome.
that's what Sponge on the Run kind of was. Not
A
really.
movie
Yeah.
about a movie whose plot was spurred by Gary, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I haven't watched this leak.
I haven't either.
I'm waiting to watch it in stunning Netflix HD myself.
Yeah.
But I've heard it's allegedly it's pretty good.
It's
Allegedly.
better. I think from what I've seen, it's better than the Sandy one. I won't say any specifics, but I think
Right.
it's safe to say that it is better, at least.
So that's reassuring. I mean, I've said this that like I think Plankton is one of the most just like you talk about like SpongeBob characters. I think Plankton's probably the most consistent one across the entire show.
Mhm.
His voice actor
You can thank
is a
Mr. Lawrence
writer.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
his voice actor is on the writing team, so
Yeah.
there's probably he's probably like a good stronghold for like I don't know maintaining the sanctity of Plankton's character.
Isn't Mr. Lawrence he's doing a new show? He's doing his own
He
show.
is.
Yes.
He is.
I'm excited for that. I'm gonna check that out.
He's been around the
Yeah.
block for a while, so like anything with him is usually exciting. Like he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
True.
So I'm looking forward to this one. I'm glad to know that it's apparently gonna be pretty enjoyable because I think Plankton and Karen I think are really fun.
They're fun
dynamic.
characters, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Karen especially like as the show has gone on, they've just kind of bolstered her character more and more, which I think is pretty cool. I think
Bolstered her in a way that lets her move and like
Yeah.
not
could,
be
like, be
stuck to the wall.
Right. She has her own autonomy and everything. Like she can be in
Yeah.
plots without being tied to Plankton necessarily.
Yeah.
So pretty good. Pretty interesting.
What Nickelodeon movie do you want to see get leaked next?
Let's see.
Nacho
Were the
Libre
Grandma's
2.
movie. What?
Nacho
Sonic
Libre
Garfield
3.
movie 2?
Nacho Libre 2.
Nacho Libre 2. What was yours, Rosa?
Sonic 3.
Sonic 3.
That'd be funny if it let that whole movie leak before the trailer even dropped. That'd be a little funny.
Nickelodeon?
That's
I mean, it's-
Paramount.
Yeah.
Oh
it's the
yeah. Oh
parent
wait, you're
company.
right. True.
So like when they make like Paramount Fighters, SpongeBob and Sonic movie, Sonic could both be in it.
Right. He's gonna be at the next Nickelodeon Super Bowl airing.
It's like just like even a word like it's a Sonic Forces 3D model they use for that showing. That showing.
From the mobile game.
Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna use the mobile game movie Sonic model for that Super Bowl show Seepa's invented.
Yes. I guess for me, did the Casa Grande's movie come out? I was there. Did you know they keep making Loud House movies? Did you know about this?
Oh yeah, there's like
the live action ones.
There's live action ones, but there's also a recent animated one they did where he's like, "I'm a spy," which is probably the most like. I feel like we don't get those a lot, but that is kind of like a quintessential like kid power movie plot for some reason.
That's what the Hey Arnold.
Spy.
That's what the Hey Arnold movie was.
There's the Hey Arnold movie. There's Spy Kids. There's probably some others. Wasn't there one with Jackie Chan where he was a spy and he had some kids or something?
Yeah.
What do you think? What is it about spies?
I don't know. I think they're just cool.
I guess they have like gadgets. You have the scene where like, oh, here's all your gadgets, and they look like toys, and kids like to play with them, and you could sell merch of them.
I think
this makes sense.
The Loud House Spy movie should have paid tribute to like a Nickelodeon veteran and made only Lincoln Loud like air shaded in the movie. Nobody else has it.
Oh, that's a good one. It's good. You know about the Hey Arnold movie, Noah?
What, the Jungle movie?
No, the movie in like the 90s.
I never really watched Hey Arnold, so I'm not terribly knowledgeable.
So there's a kind of infamous thing about it that's really funny.
Wait, was it a live action movie?
No, it was animated. It was supposed to just be a TV movie, and then Nick, like at the last second, because the Rugrats movie did really good, wanted to put it in theaters, and they didn't have time to make it look like a theatrical movie. So what they did is they added shading to Arnold, Helga, and Harold, and nobody else.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
That reminds me of like game development pipeline shit. Like putting priority on like the title characters, like giving the title characters more animations and like better visuals, and then like the enemies get like nothing.
Right.
That's like video game logic production shit.
The crazy thing is, I had seen that movie and I didn't even notice that till someone pointed it out.
That's insane.
It's really obvious, and the whole movie's like, I don't know. I can't imagine that movie like projected on a huge screen because it is very obviously like a blown up like TV production. It's not even like HD. But yeah,
those kind of movies make me laugh a little. The ones that are like the 2D show getting a movie and it looks the same except everybody's kind of like shaded a little better.
Doug's first
movie.
Better. Bob's Burgers
I went
movie.
to immediately.
I have not seen the Bob's Burgers movie, but I heard it's good.
That one looks wonderful.
That one's actually
and the animation also looks. I would say I've seen clips. It looks really good on that.
Bob's Burgers.
Most of the time, it's kind of like it's just a little silly to me because I feel like I wouldn't be that different if they had just kept the visuals the same.
Bob's Burgers has scenes of the show like every once in a while, like awesome epic future of animation smooth scenes in the show every once in a while. The whole movie's just those like for the whole time pretty much.
Right.
Wow.
They were doing a lot of those like TV to like movie adaptations with like not substantial animation upgrades. Except any movie with Class B Shupo, like the Rugrats guys, every time they made a movie, they made it the biggest, most grandest, most beautiful movie they could possibly make for some reason.
And then like
Somehow.
get it at a loss.
Yeah, I mean the Rugrats movies made a lot of money, right?
Oh, that of course it was, but like not the Wild Thornberry.
Not the Wild Thornberries movie.
Though it does look interesting.
That movie is very beautiful, though.
Teacher's Pet is my favorite one they made a movie for because like that wasn't even popular at the time. And they did it anyway.
They were just like, let's just
is
see
that
if
the
this
one
swims.
with the musical intro?
Yeah.
I wanna be a boy. That guy.
Wanna be a boy.
Yeah.
I've only seen that and nothing else in that movie. Or was it a show?
It was a show first. It was not a particularly popular show, which makes the fact they made it a movie even funnier.
Yeah, I mean, I just really don't know much about that at all. And like that intro is like the only thing I do know. So that's wow. It looked really good too. I remember seeing that.
Oh, the art style's saving that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you fuck my mom.
All right.
Damn,
That
we
is
could have gotten
the
an
plot.
LT Gray movie, but
That does happen in Teacher's Pet. That's right.
Yeah, Jorge Gutierrez has pitched an El Tigre movie around, right?
he tweeted about it today.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He
did.
should let that be made. They gotta let that be made. They owe that guy so much.
That guy
That
should
movie
be allowed
looks
to.
so good.
I love his work. He's an
Right.
inspiration. He's really
That-
cool.
That guy should be allowed to kill anyone he wants.
Oh, absolutely. See, I mean,
creep. I'm a weirdo.
like, I should go up to him, like, hey, Jorge Gutierrez, see those people over there spreading misinfo about Primos? You gotta kill them.
Did they talk about that show? Wait, I don't think they were doing Disney Channel stuff at
They
the D3.
did. They did, but they only talked.
D23.
They only talked.
Uh-huh.
They only talked about live action shows. They didn't mention any cartoons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's just nothing to talk about for us because we only care about baby shows.
I
only care
about animated media.
Yeah, we only care about animated baby shows. We don't care about live action ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
what do you
live
mean?
action baby shows.
Are you telling me that, like,
Yes.
are you telling me that, like, the Stitch movie
The
is
Stitch?
not
Oh
not
my
for
God.
babies?
I forgot they even announced that. I didn't feel like talking
Yeah.
about it.
Oh, what about the new Mufasa trailer too?
I did not
We gotta-
watch
we
that. I
gotta talk about
refuse to
that.
watch that.
That's
I don't want-
animated, right? That's animation.
Shut up.
It
It
is.
is animation.
They're trying to sell it like it ain't, though.
Can
There
I post
we
a
are.
thumbnail? I want to post a thumbnail to that because when I saw it, I thought it was AI.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Let me see it.
I know it's not like
I
it's
didn't
not-
want
it's-
to. I did not want to watch it at all. Like I didn't want to. I just didn't want to look at it.
No, I
saw,
didn't either.
a friend like summarized the plot, and it made me even more upset. And I was like, no,
Somebody
no, I
in
don't want to look
chat.
at this.
Somebody in chat said in response to us not care about live action baby shows. Oogie loves Big Balloon Adventure.
well,
Dude,
we're not.
I cannot
talking about
believe that
this
they
week.
did like some soulless Slippin' Jimmy live action show. That's like disrespectful, man.
No, that was it.
I
Are you
can't believe
seeing
they
this
pulled that.
thumbnail?
This. Oh my god. I see what you mean. Kinda.
Is that him and Scar? I don't.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't even want to know. I don't.
Oh my
I don't
God.
even want to know.
You want to look? What do you want to look?
Mufasa the
No.
Lion King?
I don't want to know.
Wasn't
Why?
Why-
Why is this being made?
they're just doing Lion King 2 again in a way.
It's like Lion King. It's
Lion
it's
King
an
1.5
even prequeler.
adaptation. When is it happening?
You asked why this is being made. It's because the previous one somehow made like $1 billion, and I
yeah,
don't know
the
how.
live action remake did insanely well for some reason.
Yeah.
And this one is also going to be the same. Where like nobody saw it, but it'll make $1 billion somehow.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's just a certain audience. Is all.
Yeah.
Your mom and all your mom's friends are saying this.
So nostalgic. Oh, when this comes out in the theaters, all the kids better step aside. I'm gonna start kicking children. I'm gonna start hurting children when
Clip
this
that.
movie comes out.
Clip this.
No. Oh, when Incredibles 3 comes out, I'm gonna start hurting all the children.
Hey guys, Andre here, and I'm gonna hurt
Not-
all the children instead of paying my workers.
Not cool.
We
Not
can't
cool
say-
at all.
We can't make jokes about Andre Seegers not paying his workers anymore because he doesn't have workers anymore. They're all gone.
Yeah. Game Explain is well, the channel's not dead. I know that the
It's
channel
just
is
him
not
now.
dead.
It's
But
just
it
they should call it
seems to just be him.
the Andre Seegers show now.
Best wishes to the other folks who did leave, though.
We
Right,
should
of
bring them
course.
on. We should bring like Tris and Joey on here.
Yeah,
feel
I
like
met
we
Can we
Joey.
get them?
I would
Joey's a
feel-
nice dude.
No, I know they're like really nice. I've heard nothing but great things about them. I'd feel so weird being on the show because we would have to hold everything back to not make Andre Seegers jokes.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know.
No. They'll give us a list of like approved Jay Seeger's jokes.
Yeah, we can't do like okay, you can do like him excited for the Mario movie. You cannot do Andre Seegers blowing snot on the wall.
Why?
We probably can't do. I don't think we can do divorce jokes.
I can.
No, I don't think we can. I think that would be on their no-go list. Like that's a little too weird. Like we actually know things about it. Was a really rough time for him. We're really not comfortable making light of it.
You're making it sound like you actually got a divorce.
Well, I'm just saying that's what would happen if we tried to propose making Andre Seeger's divorce jokes. Like it just wouldn't be cool, I think. The Andre mandates. Yeah.
I love,
Mario mandates.
we love the
Alright, well,
Mario mandates. We
Do
love
we have
them
any more
here.
freaking crap to talk about?
Any
Huh?
final thoughts on the Plankton movie?
It
Probably
sure is the
not.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's move
well,
on.
It's a movie.
We don't got all day.
We got one more news topic and then one more bonus one. It's not like a real one.
Bonus. Okay.
Genndy Tartakovsky's movie Fixed is no longer at Warner Bros. They gave it back to Sony, and if they can't find a distributor for it, then it won't come out. The movie is done, by the way.
Entire movie.
It's a really sad situation, but also not very surprising one, unfortunately. It's like, well,
I kept thinking this was gonna happen. Like, I feel like we kept hearing nothing about this, and it got, like, worrying.
yeah.
Yeah. Man, Genndy Tartakovsky has done probably nothing but like good things for Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hotel Transylvania is like it's still a huge property for them.
It made like it makes $500 million every time they make a new one.
Yeah, and so they're still like profiting off of it and making new stuff for it. And it feels like now every time he wants to like make something else for them, it just doesn't happen. No respect. Doesn't he have like a special like I don't know like title or reward or something
I mean,
for his work?
probably.
It just doesn't mean that he gets to make things and have them released.
Yeah. I feel like every time Sony lets him down, he just goes to Adult Swim. He's like, "Hey, can I just make some shit?"
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, come here.
Because Sony, because he tried to get Popeye made. They didn't let him make Popeye. He tried to get Fix made. They let him make Fix, but they're not gonna release it now. I don't know. It's crazy because like he made this absurdly popular franchise for them, and they just won't let him like do anything else, and they kind of treat him badly. It just feels like every time that happens, he just goes to like Adult Swim's like, "Can I make my dinosaur show?"
Yeah, we're about to get.
Hey, Adult Swim seems to like he seems to.
Yeah, they love him.
His projects end up on Adult Swim, and they like he gets to do stuff there. But as for the Popeye thing, I think that was doomed from the start. Like the executives wouldn't let like Popeye use his cornpipe or whatever, and like
they didn't want him to be a sailor because
they
didn't know
were
what sailors were.
Like the executives were hell bent on the idea that like kids just don't relate to Popeye. Like no kid today is gonna want to see Popeye. We have to change it. And it's like what? Right. It's just insane. That's like saying Tom and Jerry isn't relatable anymore. We have to make them like friends. They would never make a movie about Tom and Jerry being friends. Wow,
they would never do 2 movies where that happens.
Right.
But it's just that thing where it's like it's doomed from the start. Like the people in control were just they didn't want it to be faithful to what it was, and it's just sad because I love Popeye. Popeye's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of people in control like tend to like I guess like underestimate the audience because like the notion that like kids would understand Popeye sounds complete like nonsense, but it makes so much sense an executive would say it like, oh, but like what if they don't get that he's a sailor? Like kind of like discussion.
It is kind of like you hear stories about how they're kind of they like a lot of executives have these kind of rules they abide by that they believe are like a Bible or whatever, but there's like no real evidence to it. It's just kind of just being stuck in their ways because they feel like that's what works. Like something works once really well, and then there's like we have to just keep doing that forever.
We can't make Popeye a sailor because this previously worked.
Right? Yeah. And this new Fixed movie, this was gonna be an R-rated animated comedy.
We really don't know anything about it other than it kind of explains itself, I guess. And I wasn't really like when I first found out about this movie, I was like, okay, well, that's an interesting thing to make a movie about, I guess. But it's Genndy, so it's gonna be good.
The
I know
one
that,
picture,
but, like-
the one promotional picture they kept using was very bad, and I was tired of seeing it. So that's why I
Yeah,
wanted
I
it to
don't
come
like
out.
that image. I don't like that photo. It doesn't exactly draw me to it, you know. But the film should at least have a chance. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the Coyote versus Acne thing was devastating. That's like so sad. That could have been great. It's like, why, man? It's just, ugh,
Yeah.
sad.
It's just a crazy thing where like it feels like one like executive found out like they can just do that, and now everyone's doing it now. Like it's weird. Like I don't know. It feels like the floodgates have been open for it.
Yeah, that didn't. I don't recall that being a thing that studios did back then because it's just
No,
not a good invest. I mean, it saves you money in the short term, but like you lose out on a lot of potential. Like to pulling your project back and just not putting it out there is like it's kind of gutting yourself first of all. But like that's my guess. That's my only guess as to why it's not been done as much before. It's just like it's so weird of a thing to see. Like something can go into production and be like finished, and it's like actually no, that's not. They're not gonna get to see that. It's like what?
Yeah,
Crazy.
it does feel like something I just don't remember any other stories like this be like before like the past like year where it's like they finished the movie and then like wrote it all off and now nobody will see it. Like maybe this has happened before and we just weren't aware of it kind of like as much. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel
don't
that
know.
I think it's just like the streaming era is just a time of just immense short-sightedness all around.
Absolutely, yeah.
Where it feels I feel like a lot. I mean, you hear all the time about streaming services not being able to be super profitable. So they get really desperate and strange with what they have to do.
Like how like Max, as it is now called, like initially promoted itself with like, oh, we have all the Cartoon Network shows. Now they've gotten rid of 70% of the Cartoon Network shows they have.
Yeah. Now we've got the website.
That's really sad.
I think the reality is kind of like they just see everything at a loss when they're not making like the profits they want.
Right.
And
Everything has to be like a massive success now.
it has to be at profit and not at like loss. And it's like now it's kind of just the reality is it's like I feel like regardless whether it's like at a loss or not, they're never gonna be happy with it. They're just gonna take like good publicity and then like fire as much as possible because it just seems like they find like cutting staff, starting project, canceling projects, selling off as like more profitable than like actually releasing anything.
It's all a scam, really. In the future, we're not going to get any new TV shows. We're not going to get any new movies. We're just going to start movies now. That's going to be our new thing. It's just going to be a perpetual industry. Like generations of people are going to be cast to like work on the new Batman movie that never releases.
Yeah.
And is it also right now like AI art is now at a loss and now like studios are like becoming less and less interested in it?
I think I've heard things about that, how it's kind of...
Yeah, me too.
The trend is kind of backing down. It's kind of just... I mean, because it's like expensive for companies. Like you need companies that are maintaining servers and stuff for that. And it's just not...
There's also the legal precedent, like...
Oh, yeah.
A lot of these machines are pulling in content that... or media or references that you don't own, and it's just like... There could be a law passed in like X number of years from now that will just completely screw you over because it sounds so illegal to me. Like the machine that just combines all these things. So
On top of the fact that like
my sister just messaged me. She says she's watching the Looney Tunes show right now. It's a good show.
Bum, bum.
But I also want to say
Sorry.
What the hell? Tell your sister to watch Looney Duels. What are you saying, Rosa?
Sorry for interrupting. Yeah.
I know I was gonna say something about like the monkey that like is the reason why AI art is like mostly at a standstill.
The monkey?
The monkey that took the selfie?
The ape?
Yes.
The red ape?
No, not the red ape. The Red
There's, like-
8 May has perpetuate NFTs, but the chimp that took a selfie has been saving artists and photographers.
The story of like a monkey who took a picture and it was deemed that the monkey owns the intellectual property of it.
That's pretty good.
It starts and
Yeah.
ends with the monkey.
Yeah.
Everything starts and ends with the monkey.
Someone's asking when episode 2 of Red Ape Family is gonna drop. You gotta go back on the archives. I think they've done like episode 3 by now. Right?
Dude. Some say Red Ape Family's gonna do a crossover with Norm. So
Oh my
be
god,
on
the new
be on the
Norm.
lookout.
The new
Be on the lookout,
Norm
dude.
ain't the same as the old Norm.
Oh, then Monkey Elon Musk will come in. Red Ape Musk.
Oh, Red Ape Musk. Ew, I don't like Ape Musk. I don't like the sound of that.
Scary.
I'm
Dude.
the old ape. I like normal bananas.
If you want,
Dude,
If
this
you
Cranky
want-
Kong- this
if you want
Cranky
to support adult animation, you have to watch the new Norm.
The new Norm. Oh, we got that. We have that Trump Musk interview coming up. Apparently, that's gonna be a huge moment in like new Norm history. The Twitter's gonna go crazy. They better have like a new cartoon ready to drop when that comes out. Like we need like a little, at least like some kind of comic with like Trump and Musk or something.
No, they can make another AI generated cartoon like they did.
Oh yeah.
What?
Haven't you seen that, Noah? Where
Did they AI generate Norm?
they had an AI generated Norm and Elon Musk like on trial, and then AOC is the judge, and they're pulling up like a tweet Elon Musk made, and there's like sexual tension between them or something between AOC and Elon Musk.
Mm.
I think this was before they made like
Yes,
the
this
first
is-
animated
This
episode.
this was the new Norm episode 0.
Right, yeah.
If Salty didn't reply to it, I probably didn't see it.
He wasn't edging to
Yeah,
it.
right. Now,
I'm not
if
even
we were-
joking. Every time I'd see something about new norms, because he made a tweet under it and would ratio it every single time.
Yeah, he's constantly edging to it.
How do they never
Like-
block him? How did that never happen?
Do you think it's
Maybe
like
they
good
just love free
publicity?
speech. They love free
No, I
speech
think
too much.
because he actually, he tweeted about this once, and I think he's right. I think he was suspecting that they didn't block him because they knew that he was giving them visibility, and so, and that's probably also why he stopped, because ultimately, I mean, on my end of things, I was only seeing those tweets because he was replying to them. And
Right.
so, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, this is the thing about any kind of negative engagement, right? At the end of the day, if you're like quote retweeting or replying and you don't like something and you don't want people to see it, you're just making it easier for people to see it.
I
and
want
so-
everyone to see the new norm personally. know about you, but- I think
That's
that's
all I
critical. That's critical media. You know, that's
Found media, cherished
media.
media,
It's,
cherished
uh,
media.
it's enriching media that we should all be
Enriching media.
consuming critically and mindfully.
Did you know?
You got to do it. Can you put a GIF of like Bowser being really happy on the screen?
Oh, sure. But
One
real
where
quick,
he's like
like-
humping.
Yeah, or like he's like dancing or something. Because like normally, like when it's lost media, he's like really mad.
oh,
Right. Oh. Okay.
yeah. Real quick, I just want to say about the new Norm. He hasn't tweeted since July 27th.
Oh,
When Salty
shit.
stop edging.
Wow.
What? No.
Without Salty, the new norm has no punchline.
Hold on. Should we add Derek right now and ask, hey, did Norm stop tweeting after you stopped edging?
We could just ask him. I guess, yeah.
Yeah, let's just add him right now.
Just
He
ask
do
him.
it, see?
Don't bother Salty.
See, can.
He's like a busy guy. I don't know.
If he can willingly leave this server if he doesn't want the heat.
So I don't know.
Okay, can we have someone answer for him? Hey, Gerbert, I know you're in chat. I saw you once. Right, stop running! Stop running!
You want to hear a fan of Gerbert?
I put Happy Bowser on screen.
Who's Gerbert?
Any final thoughts on Fixed?
Nah.
Yeah,
put
I
up
just don't know
neuter.
anything about the movie. Like, if it does end up
Right.
getting lost, that'll be the saddest thing because it's like, we have nothing.
Yeah.
Like, there's really nothing out there about it at all. So,
Right. Also, Brian, can you put up the neutered? I paid like I paid that seat for like a really good meal for that image.
We have one bonus topic before we get to like what we watched or played this weekend questions. Seep begged me to Seep wanted to talk about this, and it never came up naturally, so I made it a topic just in case. Seep wants to talk about the Yowie tension between Joe Biden and Donald Trump going on right now.
Yeah, okay.
You're putting me on the spot here. I don't know what there is to say about it specifically, but I just felt like we've been seeing a lot. So I mean, as everyone here knows, as we all know, Joe Biden dropped out of the presidential race, to the immense dismay of Donald Trump, it seems. Like right when old sleepy crooked Joe dropped out, like Trump immediately started. He wasn't tweeting; he was posting on his Truth Social about like, I bet Joe's gonna come back up any day now. He probably forgot that he dropped out like the weekend that it happened. Like I bet he's gonna come back tomorrow and he's gonna forget that he dropped out. But no, that never happened.
No.
And
Wait.
he was. Oh yeah.
I just thought of something. So you
What?
know how Trump left Twitter because like they banned it back then, right? And so
Yeah.
he made his own
Yeah.
social media out of like rage and everything. He was upset. So now Elon owns it, and he's like a huge Trump guy. So, but Trump still isn't back on this site, and now they're meeting together. What's
Yeah, well,
going on?
Musk like reinstated his account, but I think
Yeah.
he didn't feel like posting.
He
only
just
posted
didn't want to
like,
go back to it, even though Elon's probably like his biggest supporter. So
Did
but
you see
he
that
just still
post?
won't go back. He won't
Did you see the
go.
post he made about Elon Musk? Like,
Oh
after
yeah,
they
I've
met?
seen that. That's
Where he's
insane that he said that.
He said, "Look, he
Insane.
probably would have gotten on his knees and begged if I asked
Yeah.
him to."
That's crazy. And the fact that he's getting in a meeting with him, like what?
Elon Musk might be like one of the biggest kiss ups of our generation. Like he is a generational kiss up. I think.
Right. It's insane because like it's also like in real life there are like people who like kiss up to Elon Musk. Like imagine
Right.
like being a big kiss up to like a kiss up. That's
It's
so
trickle
depressing.
it's trickle down simponomics. It doesn't
Right.
make sense. I don't know
Right,
what you're
and,
getting out of this.
Like there were times where I'm like just hanging out with friends or like people I know, and it's just like, man, imagine Elon Musk get hit by a pipe, but they're like, no, you gotta kill like what's his face from Facebook first.
Was Zuckerberg?
Yeah, people were saying, "What? Hey, Zuckerberg's first. You gotta kill him first before you kill Musk." It's like, why do you care in what order?
Yeah.
It's so insane. Like, what the fuck is Musk doing? Like, I don't see him sucking their dicks.
But yeah, back to Sleepy Joe. Trump for a while he was refusing to debate Kamala Harris on the agreed time because like I was supposed to fight Joe then. That was for me and Joe. And now he's finally buckled down to the agreed date. And I don't know, it's kind of sad. Like at his rallies now, he's like talking about Joe Biden at all his rallies. Like talking about like, oh, he didn't want to drop out. I bet he's gonna come back at like the Democratic National Convention. And I don't know. I think I feel like it's just kind of relevant to some of our discussions we've had about them. Like, I don't know. I'm interested to see where this old man Yowie saga goes.
Do you think he's like sad? Like, do you think he like stays up and he doesn't go to press conferences really anymore. Like he keeps sending JD Vance on like side quests to like
Right.
follow Kamala Harris around, instead of like going to any of them. So I just like imagine him like in his like big Trump throne in like his big empty room, going like, "No, you go. I don't want to go today."
Trump being sad about Biden just makes me think about that cutscene from I think Superstar Ultra of DDD walking
With his Model
Something.
Ds.
being really sad.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
He's like with that music playing and he's all like sad and stuff.
I mean, he wanted to golf. He wanted to golf with Sleepy Joe. I think that was like,
That came
don't
up
think
on the
there was any-
debate. They debated about that.
yeah, I don't think there was any animosity towards that. I think he just genuinely, he has a special golf club that he got
I
just
saw a
for
clip
Joe.
of Biden biking earlier. He
Really?
said, yeah.
Was it like a
Spiker.
tandem bicycle with an extra seat?
No, it was
No.
no, it's just a normal bike. He was just out
Oh.
biking. Biking.
Trump has like their tandem bike made for them. Like, Sleepy Joe, you're supposed to get on my bike.
You were supposed to sit in my bike, Sleepy Joe. He's too scared to ride on the back of my bicycle around the park. We were supposed to ride on the bicycle, but he didn't show up. But
They
I bet
would-
he's gonna show up. What do we think, people?
They would both ride on tricycles. Like in a
Oh my
line.
god.
In a line together.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'd have a
this
race.
is what we were robbed of. I'm
Right.
waiting for when Joe Biden, if he dies first, I think there should be really like sad fan art of like Trump alone on a golf course, like holding 2 golf clubs and just kind of looking like solemn, and he's got his like MAGA hat holding it to his heart or whatever.
Oh my god.
That would be like
Oh,
the
yeah.
best tribute possible.
Oh my god.
I also wanted to say,
Yeah.
that's kind of like Jonathan looking out the window, seeing 2 guys on bike. It's kind of like how, like, Agent J from Men in Black 2, like, looked out the window and sees 2 guys dressed as stars riding a bike and realizing, maybe I do need a partner.
Any Men in Black 2 watchers on the stream?
It was like on TV the other day. I was looking like, oh yeah, that was sure like a motivation, huh?
When both Trump and Joe Biden die, someone should draw fan art of like them meeting up in heaven,
Reuniting.
reunite. Like whoever dies first is like there with the angel wings and halo, being like, "He's waiting for you, old pal."
It's so
They're
funny.
gonna have like
meeting,
they're gonna have like an adventure time together again moment.
That's so funny. Meeting up in heaven.
Life is worth living with you, pal. Right back at you, the Joe and
Joe and
fist
Trump
bump.
fist bump as they go into the next life.
Yeah.
By the way, Salty has responded. I asked if
Yeah.
the new norm stopped tweeting because of him, and he said, "I don't know, but it's pretty funny." Here's your answer.
I hope he drinks water while he's playing Minecraft.
I hope he places blocks and stuff. This is freaking
I hope
Minecraft.
he
Yeah.
places blocks and shit.
By the way, right, I need you to post that image because I think there's like important details people should like learn about.
You're always freaking asking for more images on screen. All right.
That's because I love you.
He does.
Thanks, Steve.
Does
That's
do
why
that
we
a lot.
play.
What?
Thanks, Under CD. That's why we play Gary's Mod together.
We play Gary's Mod together?
No, not you.
Oh, sorry. Whatever. Sorry.
Well, you
Whatever.
could
I don't even wanna play
join.
with you. No, I don't even
Oh,
want to.
no,
I
you-
don't even care.
You could join. We
I
could
don't
like
even
be
care.
piece of power.
No, I
No,
don't
it's okay.
care.
Come on,
it's
we
not
could-
even like
we-
fun. It's not even fun anymore.
We can play when you come and visit. It's like, hey, Steve, let's play together.
Yeah, whatever. I don't
Hey Steve,
care.
wanna come over to my house and play?
And
What, Steve? You wanna play toys?
I do like toys.
Sleepy Joe, I got the cool dinosaur toy, and you have the lame cowboy toy. Okay.
I bet you want to come over to my house right now and play with my new toy. Oh,
I
I bet
have-
you want to come over so bad.
I have the full
Toy
play
Story
set.
5, it was good.
I have the full play set, the full dinosaur champion play set with all the dinosaurs and the volcano that shoots out. It's got all of it. And you don't. I know you don't.
Sleepy Joe doesn't have a PlayStation 5, but I got one and I got an extra controller. That's right.
Enjoy your 12 games, bro.
Melania doesn't want to play with me. Baron doesn't want to play with me. No one wants to play with me. I don't know. Maybe Joe Biden, maybe Sleepy Joe will want to play.
Wait,
with
do you
me.
guys
I don't
watch
know.
President's Plays? You guys know
No.
about
Is
that?
that the one with the AI voices?
Yeah.
No.
This is like my one. This is like, I mean, I hate AI. It's pretty bad, but I don't know. Those videos
This is
are
your one
pretty
AI
funny.
card.
Yeah, they're funny,
You're redeeming it on
And
this.
they were playing New Super Mario Brothers Wii. It was like an arc, dude. There's like a whole story. It's like they're just trying to play games and shit, like Wii games and
Uh-huh.
stuff. But this stuff keeps happening.
They're still making.
like-
I didn't know people are still doing those.
Yeah. There was like a whole arc that just finished. Where
No
Bush-
spoilers.
I won't spoil it, but you guys should check it out. It's funny.
Yeah, I only ever seen like the medieval one.
The medieval one.
Yeah, they went to like a Renaissance fair.
What?
There was the most
I'm
recent
not
one. They went to
familiar.
McDonald's
Okay.
that I
alright.
saw. It was funny.
This
It was
should,
kind of like a setup for the next thing, though.
I-
So I'm curious to see what happens.
I hope at the next debate, when Kamala and Trump are like debating each other, he accidentally
Yeah.
calls her Biden, and like the room gets like really
Oh.
quiet, and like she like goes up to him like, "Miss him, don't you?"
And he starts crying.
That's
That's when he should finally break down and just talk about how hard everything's been.
It's just been so hard without him. He was the Batman to my Joker.
Poor guy. I'm sorry to sympathize with him. We should all vote for him.
Um,
I don't know. As like I said, as soon as JD gets
I'm
off the
voting for
couch,
Pete.
you're right.
I
I'm
voted
voting
for Pete.
I don't know about you.
Good.
What about you, little Ralph? Who would you vote for? Hell no. Ah, third party, huh?
What? Elmo?
Remember?
For Elmo.
Is that a real joke?
Remember in The Simpsons, they put like Ralph Wiggum as like a candidate, and then they're asking what party do you align with, and then he just says Elmo,
Well, I don't remember this.
and then they say,
Yeah.
he's a third party candidate.
Oh.
I voted for Mr.
Okay. Should we move on to like when we talk about what stuff we watched or played this week?
Yeah.
Brian, you go first.
Why me?
I have to pee.
Okay. Did I watch or play anything this week? That like I want to talk about, because I watched Pixar movies, but I don't want to talk about those yet because I might be doing.
Did.
Yeah, because like the Pixar movies I'm watching, I might be doing something later with. So
I watched something.
okay, you go. Why I think.
Yeah. I talked about this last episode, but it was ongoing last episode. But I went to Comic-Con.
Okay, Comic-Con.
Oh,
San
that's
Diego
awesome.
Comic-Con. Yeah, and there's some neat stuff there. I talked about like my first day there on the last episode, but something else I saw there. I got to go to the screening of the new Jellystone Cartoon Network crossover episode.
Did you see the whole thing?
They showed the whole thing.
Oh my
Did you
goodness.
have to sign anything like where you can't talk about what you saw or anything?
No, they just showed
Okay,
it. They
tell
didn't let
me-
us film it.
Tell me every single character you saw right now. Don't do that.
Right.
Actually, I would.
No, I don't want to spoil everything about it, but I could just talk like pretty broadly about it.
Okay.
Just kind of what they talked about in that panel overall. So they're doing another season of the show right now
Mhm.
that they're working on.
Yes.
And so this is going to be their first episode back. They said it's going to be in like the fall.
Mhm.
So they showed it kind of early. But yeah, if you didn't know, Jellystone, the Hanna-Barbera crossover universe show on Max, the place to watch HBO. They're doing a crossover with a bunch of classic Cartoon Network characters.
Like Laszlo.
There's
Like
I
Red Guy.
can go into like the main ones, I guess, because there's
Okay.
like a handful of like really prominent ones.
I
They-
could tell from like the previews, like Billy and like Dee Dee were really prominent in it.
Yeah, so they wanted to use kind of the annoying, kind of loserish kind of characters, kind of the characters that are kind of not well respected in their own worlds, but still play like a vital role in there.
Right.
So another one I think they showed is Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, he seems really prominent in it too.
Yeah, he's like one of the main characters.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it was a nice episode. It was, I think, an easy way to talk about it, to compare it to another sort of recent Cartoon Network crossover thing. There was the OKKO episode,
Yeah.
where he like teams up with Ben 10 and Garnet and Raven.
Raven from Teen Titans Go.
From Teen Titans Go specifically. And yeah, that one, I'd say compared to that one, this was kind of more like, because kind of the head, showrunners kind of Jellystone are C.H. Greenblatt, who made Chowder,
Mhm.
and Maxwell Adams, who made Billy and Mandy.
Yep.
So this very much feels like they're kind of getting to return to that era that they were kind of familiar with about Cartoon Network. So it's kind of the OKKO one was kind of like the celebration of like everything Cartoon Network, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like it very much holds like its whole history in very high regard. This was more just like kind of like a fun, we get to use these specific characters again. So we're just going to use the ones that like we're personally attached to.
I am curious because I know that at some point they said they were only using like 2000s and 90s characters, but I know images came out and like Jake and like Mordecai and Rigby were there. I'm curious if you know the answer to this. Who was the most recent character you saw in it, you would say?
So they actually did talk about this. They said that their cutoff was like Mordecai and Rigby and like the Adventure Time characters.
Okay.
Crazy.
Because they said specifically because they remember like those shows were being developed like around when they left.
Okay.
Damn.
But they did say someone did ask like if they were going to use more recent characters, who would they include? And Greenblatt said Uncle Grandpa.
Yeah,
Oh,
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
awesome.
That's such a him answer. Like you say,
Yeah.
like who would C.H. Greenblatt use beyond after like the 2010s? Oh, Uncle Grandpa, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I mean, it was just a fun episode. It wasn't like a huge. I wouldn't call this like a huge event. Like weirdly, the OKKO one was like shorter, but it felt a little more monumentous just because it did have that whole like the entire history of an event, and they deliberately tried to squeeze in as much as they could. But this was kind of like they just kind of used what they knew. There's still a lot that they throw in there, but a lot of them are just like really quick cameos. Like Mordecai and Rigby, like they don't have any dialogue or anything.
Yeah.
They do have like funny background gags though with them.
Like what?
I don't know if I want to spoil it. I mean, it's really small. I don't know. They the first time you see them, they're hijacking a car. Basically.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty funny. I can go into some of the things that they said that they couldn't include just for
Okay.
like time. The biggest one was probably they wanted to have a Johnny Bravo subplot where he's hitting on the women, but it's kind of like it's more frowned upon. So Shazam, like the genie guy, has to kind of like pull him over and kind of like tell him like, yo, bro, like, you know, we don't act like that now. So basically it'd be like a subplot where Johnny and Shazam are like trying to better themselves as men, I guess.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's really funny. I'm really sad that they didn't get to include that. But Johnny Bravo does appear. He has like a couple lines, I think.
Okay.
There's definitely like you can tell like some of the characters they chose to be in this are also based on just the actors they had. So there's a lot of characters who show up but don't talk, and there's some that like I don't remember because I know Johnny Bravo appears, and I think Jeff Bennett voices at least one other character in there, but I can't remember who
Is
exactly.
it Dexter's awesome dad?
I love Dexter's dad.
I actually don't think it was Dexter's dad. I was expecting him because I knew they had. When I heard that they had Johnny Bravo there, it's like, oh, they probably brought him in to be Dexter's dad, but no.
Damn.
You can probably go through a laundry list of characters he's voiced for Cartoon Network.
I love
Probably be
Dexter's
able to
dad. He's
remember.
funny.
Yeah.
There's one character who has dialogue who has no business having dialogue, who is definitely he definitely only talks because they just happen to have his voice actor in there. I don't know if I want to say who, but
I
I think
know.
it's funny when we see it for ourselves.
Yeah, I'm like sitting here like now I'm curious, but it's gonna be so much funnier because I'm like thinking like Cartoon Network characters in my head who like could be, and like I don't know. Now I want to know. Like, don't tell me. Oh,
Yeah,
surprise.
Yeah.
it's such a like. There's yeah. But yeah, no, it was fun. I'm glad I got to watch it. I hope they show it Like they said, it's gonna be in the fall. I hope that's like
Next
fall,
month.
as in within the next month. Because they've got
By
a
the
whole new
way-
season apparently.
Was
yeah?
Baba Louie there?
Baba Louie, probably.
Yeah,
I don't remember
she
her
has to
having
be
any.
there.
She might have been there, probably somewhere in the background. I don't know. I don't think she had like a real prominent moment or anything. I'm sorry, Rosa. She's probably gonna be in some of the episodes.
Good.
Can I ask?
Basically,
can I ask a question?
yeah.
Did they get you know,
Alex
they
Church?
did they get Andre 3000 in to reprise this role for
No,
one
they did
line? How?
They couldn't. Did OKKO do that?
No, he was actually, that was the one show they couldn't get in because like the scene that the Class of 3000's character was in,
Right.
like got cut from the episode, so they had to like put him in another episode later.
Right. And he doesn't talk.
No.
Okay, no, so they didn't get. No, I'm sorry, Andre 3000 does not get a
Does
cameo role.
does Princess Bubblegum meet Adam Line?
Does Princess Bubblegum meet Adam Lyon?
Yeah, do like they talk?
No, I can't say that there's a scene between them. I'm sorry.
Did she at least did Jake at least get to talk to Deborah Pines?
What?
What?
No,
Yeah, look at this leak.
I know you have this image here. I won't confirm or deny if this is a real image from the new episode of Jellystone. You'll have to come to that conclusion yourself, people.
And what
This
the audience
image-
see is that
This is a Pibby-esque image.
Oh yeah, wait, did Pibby appear in the episode? Oh, please tell me Pibby appeared and there's Pibby lore.
My lips are sealed. We
Dude,
tried to really stick to like mainly 2000s, 90s Cartoon Network characters, but there might be one more recent face that we've
Oh my
got to
god.
know.
Oh, and then,
dude, let's go.
oh, and then Huck goes, "Oh my god, is that Pibby?"
Is that Pibby from Learning with Pibby here in my town of Jellystone? Yeah, I guess the only other thing I want to bring up about this panel, because they did have a Q&A, and I got to ask one question. I was the
You
last
did.
person that got to ask something.
I saw that.
I asked because our friend Hannah, who is a huge, fittingly enough, a huge Hanna-Barbera fan, she wanted me to ask like if they had any ideas for Scrappy Doo, because she's kind of had her own ideas for like what they could do if Scrappy showed up. And yes, they did confirm that Scrappy is going to be in an upcoming episode.
Oh my goodness.
And they specifically said if they like get another season, they want to have Scrappy be Augie Doggy's love interest.
no.
That's really funny, actually.
Augie Doggy deserves better.
We'll see how it works out between them.
Come on,
Maybe he'll be like
guy.
maybe he'll be like a really toxic partner to her. I don't know.
Really funny thing to say. What if Scrappy Doo is a really toxic partner?
They said the reason he hasn't shown up is because he lives in the other town, New Bedrock.
Dude,
So,
is that where
yeah,
all the
that's
is that
like
where all the
rival
characters?
town.
It's where all the characters who aren't in the show live. It's like the Scooby Gang all is and
That-
Fred.
Well, that's like their Shelbyville equivalent, basically.
Okay.
So yeah. So I look forward to Scrappy appearing in the next season of Jellystone. Everybody,
Yeah.
Genndy promised too.
If Jellystone gets one more season, Gandhi will unfreeze, come to Jellystone.
Oh, finally. I've been
Will he
waiting
be
for
able
this.
to?
I don't even watch
Oh, man.
Jellystone, but I've been waiting for Gandhi to unfreeze. Oh, man.
They could do that. Like they're on the same streaming service. They could do a
I
Gandhi
guess.
episode.
That's a great way.
Ugh.
They
Where
gotta
am I?
find some other place. We need to have like a Gandhi multiverse story, where like he gets trapped in like other dimensions or something, so that they
I-
can shoehorn Gandhi into like other projects.
I
A la
love-
Doofenshmirtz on the couch.
I love that first season of Clone High so much. I did not watch the reboot or second season at all.
Mhm.
The
I-
third season.
I was
like,
not.
Yeah,
What?
we've talked about it on the show.
Yeah, I was gonna say the second season is like okay, but it gets better, and then the third season is just like really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Maybe. Well, I don't know. It just doesn't. Gandhi's my
If-
favorite character,
If
and I
if
can't
you
have it
Right.
without Gandhi.
here's what I'll say: if you look at like the trailers and you don't think it looks that interesting, it probably won't be.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Gandhi's too awesome. He's so funny.
I don't know.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Abe said like
shame.
Confucius had a nice penis.
he did say that.
Nice penis, Confucius.
Nice penis, Confucius.
That's a great
I
read.
need a moment to think about this.
Oh my god!
uh,
I need a moment to think about this.
yeah, that's all I watched / played. I mean, surely Ryan, you've had to remember what you were gonna say, right?
I do. I did actually see something. I saw the movie Trap in theaters.
Oh, M. Night Shyamalan's Trap.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything about it though, because I think the way I saw this movie is the best way to see it.
Oh,
I
yeah?
didn't watch a single trailer for this movie, and then Lou refused to tell me what it was about as we were going to see it. When you learn like 15 minutes in what's going on, your jaw will be on the floor and it just never leaves it. Like for like, I don't know, just so much like it's like funny. It's like a funny fucking movie. Because what happens? I'll just say that I think it drags a bit near the end. There's like 3 different times I feel like it should have ended, and then it keeps going, and I think it kind of loses some energy because of that. But it is a funny movie. He made a funny movie.
All right, is this his twistiest movie yet? Would you say?
I would say so. I don't think there's a lot of
No?
twists in this one. No,
Oh, okay. Did you see Old?
I didn't see Old.
I saw Old.
The beach.
Yeah, the beach movie where they go.
The
to
beach that
and
makes
they
you
go-
old?
Yeah, the beach that makes you old. The movie.
Oh, wait, they made a movie about that?
They did. It's real.
That sounds
on-
really scary.
It's a little freaky, actually. Some freaky stuff. You
Uh-oh.
wouldn't think that a beach would do that to you, but they find out soon enough.
I've heard tell of this beach that makes you old, and well,
Bill Clinton, if you're here for the Mickey Mouse Roadster Racer segment, stay in line. We'll get right to it.
Noah, did you watch or play anything this week?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, development on Anton Blaz in particular has really been picking up, so that's where a lot of my time's gone into.
I know that.
A
Feels.
lot of my time's gone into that, so I'm trying to think.
Can you at least tell us that
I watched
Anton
some
will be in the
nostalgia.
game?
Wait, I watched the Nostalgia Critic. What did I watch? Nostalgia Critic.
Okay.
You didn't have to admit that, but
Please tell
Hey,
us
I
about
love
it.
Nostalgia Critic.
Which
I love Nostalgia-
which Nostalgia Critic did you watch?
He put out a video on Charlotte's Web movie from like the CG one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. I think yesterday. I don't know.
Okay.
I like Dog. I just like his videos. I watched them when I was really young.
Ryan
Yeah,
watches
so-
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm his biggest fan. I've watched all every time I try to get someone to watch his movies with me, nobody wants to.
Oh my god.
The first one's really funny. I think it's really funny.
To Boldly Flee?
Big
No,
Ass is iconic. It's iconic.
See, you watched To Boldly Flee with me before. We watched it in our Rabbit once or whatever.
Yeah. That's a long movie.
You were the only person who showed up.
What? Peepaw made 12 hours of Doug Walker content, and only one of 12 grandkids showed up.
God, I
That's
hope that
so
Peepaw's
sad.
doing well. I hope that Peepaw's doing well.
In terms of
Peepaw.
games, the last I would say significant new game that I played was Moon Remix RPG, and I love that game. Highly recommend the game. I'm not even gonna really say much about it. I think you should go into it with kind of a blind eye. And just
Oh,
kinda
that's the
see
game
what
where he
it
plays
does.
like a hat or whatever, right?
Yeah, the little dude with the hat.
I played it.
Yeah.
It's a lovely game.
So I played it and I got decently far in it. I played it when I was streaming back when I used to stream.
Oh yeah.
You don't stream anymore. You've never
No.
streamed.
But it got really bad numbers whenever I streamed, and it made me sad
Oh
I
my
stopped. So I stopped playing it. And I just never went back to beat it on my own because I got like busy and it like I don't like I usually like frequent around like 20 or 30 like views back when I used to stream. And when I did Moon, I got like 6 viewers. Like nobody was showing up for it. It made me sad. It felt like awkward talking to nobody. So I stopped streaming it, and I wanted to beat it off stream, and I just never did.
damn. Well, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I think that's a game you want to finish. That's all
Yeah.
I'll say. That's all I'll
Alright.
say.
Yeah. All right, Rosa. What's the
Okay.
one? You get one.
It's cause like I'm kind of like the cinephile of the group in like comparison.
You
So I get
get into a lot of stuff. I don't even know how you have time to like read.
Yeah, you come here with like 5 things you watched or played this week. You get one.
Yeah. The thing is, I also run like a Yuri podcast, so. But so recently I played a couple of games. I'm gonna speedrun 2 of these. I played the Saga Frontiers. I started with like the campaign for a character that was new content apparently with like Cutso, and it was kind of hard. It's kind of hard to go through because like you had to like look at what you need to do. It does give you like guides of like what to do, but like this character specifically was like just added in and like recovered. So it's like it's kind of hard to figure out where to go because like there's no like signpoint thing aside from the guide. So but I do look forward to playing more of it because like the combat looks interesting, the visuals are super nice, and I say for this remaster it's like. And another game I played for a bit was Puyo Puyo Tetris 2.
Oh, 2.
Sonic wants you dead.
Yeah.
Either learn the techniques
in
or
that one.
die. Yeah. Either learn the techniques or die.
He's
That's all I'm
a
gonna say.
tough cookie in that game.
A lot of people are tough cookies.
I like the bug character in that game. There's a guy who likes bugs, right? Or something.
Oh,
Sig?
yeah, I know what you're talking about. He's got like heterochromia. He's got blue
Yeah.
hair.
Oh, I know-
I'm not
I know who you're-
surprised. See, you love
Blue
these
hair?
you love these depressed little boy characters.
I guess I
Yeah.
do.
He has like a demon
know.
hand.
He's cool.
I was playing that game with someone and they kept saying that I sounded like Sig.
Yeah.
Are you?
Mm, I don't know, you love so. But
Oh.
so the biggest thing I want to talk about is
So you've already
Feel
got
a Mystery.
It's 3 things now.
The thing is, I was speedrunning the first 2, so the bigger thing is Fields of Mystria. That game is
that?
addicting.
Oh.
So it's another farming sim.
Okay.
It's currently on early access, but it is really fun to play. Now, I would say it is definitely an early access game because like I do have trouble like altering the resolution when I'm trying to like put it on my second monitor. Because sometimes the game will break a bit and I have to like restart it till I get it right.
Uh-huh.
I say depending on the power of your computer or laptop, try to get it at like 1 times like sizing, just so things don't lag like in 5 times.
One of my
Okay.
good friends is a programmer on that game.
Let them know. Well, let them know.
Let them know about what?
Let them know
That
that like,
Rosa
I've been-
from the Startcast played the game?
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on. Our
that there's
famous show.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
feel
I'll
like
let
you-
them know.
I feel like they're well aware of like the Windows resolution issues.
Yeah,
But
probably.
but like it's but like it's been a really great time. I never felt I love Stardew Valley, and it's been a while since I've played that. So I'm like wondering. So like I'm wondering what makes this stand apart for me. I played it. It's like ooh, I like the sprites. I love the character portraits because they have the vibe of like anime from like eras like Rama Half or Lum. The expression are nice. You get like a character that goes, oh, her name is Junpei. I love her. I've been deciding which character to romance, and I'm like in a tie between like Marge and Valen. And I gotta say, I
Marge?
really, there's a character. I really love the fact that like
You
the
just
game
kept
lets you
going.
like choose different kind of pronouns, like she, her. He, him, they, them, any pronouns, no
They got 'em all.
pronouns.
Wow.
He, they.
Wow.
I would like a they, she pronouns next.
Daisy.
But yeah, they, she.
Not in the binary
And-
trans
but-
femme Yoshi be like.
Yeah.
That's not, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that sounded like a Pokemon.
No, that's
Right.
that's non-binary trans femme Yoshi. Daisy.
Oh,
Man.
I get it. Oh my gosh, it's so
wait.
good.
Oh, non-binary trans femme Yoshi when she finds a baby just wrapped outside her door. A tasty little snack for any dinosaur.
Shut up.
Dude,
I'm talking.
No, you can't
I just
indulge in
found
this.
this
No,
baby
she's been on
wrapped
this.
up. That sound
No,
like it
she's
was-
been on this for way too long. This is
You
like
brought me a baby? How generous of you,
Generous of
dude.
you.
No,
Oh my God,
I
I
literally
don't
fight, and I pop up
no,
Yoshi
no.
Blue at you, dude.
We just got over this.
Just pop him in the freezer. I'm sure
He's
he'll
not
keep
gonna
for
stop.
weeks.
Weeks.
But,
Wash your foot. Go on.
First freaking reeks.
I hope they add in like a pronoun options for like the other romantic option, because me and other friends all agree they're like there are characters out there that we would like to call butch lesbians, and one of them is like been consistently Marge. There is like an energy to Marge that's just like makes you want to like they always are like getting in your case like, man, you suck, and I was like, well,
Marge?
slurs.
Say that?
Okay, so Rose is pronouncing it a bit like Marge, but it's March. Like Marge.
Oh, Marge.
Oh, wait, I actually know about that character.
I just assumed it was Marge, like Marjorie Simpson.
No, March.
Marge.
Marge.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
me and my friends all love that character. That's why we were saying like, yeah, there should be like a pronoun options for like romance option because of that character specifically, and nothing else.
Rosa, can you
Hmm?
recommend a specific episode, by the way, of Cafe Lily to Bill Clinton in chat? I think he was wondering about it earlier.
I think definitely the Utena episodes.
Okay.
You'll see on the thumbnail. You'll tell which one is the Utena, and I could say easily Utena because that's also like the Utena Precure episodes, which like also has a really funny guest in that one. So enjoy the Utena episodes.
Enjoy,
But
Bill.
yeah, Be a Mystery I've been loving. I get so addicted to it. Like I'm just like looking at the schedule. There's no guide yet, but I just look it up like whatever I can to optimize my run. It's like and like trying to figure like, okay, which can I get like the amount of like money. Like, okay, I gotta grab these coconuts and make coconut milk so I could get like profit to fix up this area and this area, do this thing. Okay, if I do this, I go in. It's like trying to maximize my profits every time. And I kind of feel like I'm like Pepino Pizza Tower running back to the start whenever it hits like 12 or 1 o'clock p.m. at night. But relaxing as the game is,
Does it have fishing?
it does. It's very simple. Pretty much just like Animal
Mm.
Crossing. But I love it. I love fishing, but like it's never really my
Fishing's
main
kind of my
priority.
shit. I love
Yeah.
fishing.
Yeah, it's really relaxing. So I feel like that's alright. That's alright now. I actually really like that you could just jump in the water and just swim around to grab like some stuff or like dive. It's a good mechanic and it's a good way of like doing shortcuts on your way back home. Like I said, I'm like running around, jumping, and like talking to every character I can. Like early, I'm just like trying to like impress Valen, who is like the doctor of the village. He's very handsome. But also like March like annoys the hell out of me, so I'm always like trying to tease him, but also it's just like making March more appealing. So let the devs know. We need the listeners are asking for like sheer options.
I think
Like
one
a
of the
couple
first
characters.
things that he told me that like the reception was about the game, like day one of launch, was like people clamoring for like romance options and stuff was like the biggest thing.
Oh yeah, me and my friend agreed. Like, oh yeah, we definitely want to date like the Melds and others like the Dills, the older ones. It's insane. The characters are like very good looking, very beautiful, very powerful,
I was gonna say, very beautiful, very powerful.
very powerful. Yes, I love that fish. But yeah, so I definitely recommend it. I hope a lot of like the issues gets ironed out over time, and I hope they add in like more promo options for like the player and for like the romance options specifically.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right.
All right,
What-
we're gonna take
what do
a
we do now?
question or two from our Discord before we end the show off.
Also, I like to say each time I see March, I just kind of just feel like making my character scream.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
uh,
WTF is that?
if you
What the scallop?
if you're interested, you can join our YouTube membership and get access to the Discord where you can get the secret channel where you can ask questions and get early access to videos sometimes. It's only like $2 a month. All right, here we go. This is a question from Angler. This is a question that's very personal to me. You guys talk about how the Mario and Sonic Olympic Games are basically confirmed to be over for the foreseeable future.
Oh, that one's really interesting. Do you mind if I get my take on that? Because
Yes,
it's like
go for it.
this may sound kind of a hot take, but I feel like Mario and Sonic is one of those things where when it's there, you don't notice it all that much, but all of a sudden it's gone, and everyone's like, "Why? This is such a travesty."
Now, hold
No."
on. People
I
would
mean,
notice
I
it.
don't want to be a hater, but I don't know. I feel like there were some cool. The Wii ones were cool, but I haven't heard anybody going crazy over the moon for Mario and Sonic in quite a while. And so, I
I'm
don't know.
sorry to interrupt, but I want to say people would notice it if they like put characters in like alternate outfits.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I don't think that matters much anymore, actually, because the Mario games themselves just put characters in outfits now. I don't think you really
Yeah.
need Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games
Well,
for that anymore.
haven't
No.
we talked about this? Like, one of the major problems with it was like they haven't added any new characters to it.
No,
Oh
they,
yeah, that's
yes,
also true.
they added Donkey Kong and Bowser Jr., Metal Sonic, and Silver in the second game on the Wii, and then they didn't add any other true characters to that game ever again. They
They have
added a
like
lot of...
conditional characters.
Yes, there are certain characters you can play as in one event and none of the other ones. So, like, for example, like you can play as like Rouge the Bat in like rock climbing in the latest one, but none of the other ones.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
But yeah, I mean, we kind of saw the writing on the wall for this when the Olympics started happening and there was not a freaking peep about this. But the disclosed reason for it is like kind of crazy.
Yeah,
it's-
it sucks. I think
it-
the reasoning sucks, but yeah.
Yeah. That like the Olympics wanted to pursue like NFT collaborations instead of
Yeah.
video games or something.
NFTs are like practically dead. What's wrong with them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
what they're doing.
Maybe that was a decision they made like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I like to imagine the point in time this decision was made where like NFTs were still big and like maybe like the Sonic movie hadn't come out yet, and like
Yeah.
now they're like now NFTs
Or
have
the
died
Mario movie.
No, yeah, I was gonna say like the NFTs have died and like now Mario and Sonic are like the most popular they've ever been. Which is
Yeah.
That
kinda
had,
funny.
yeah, that had to have been ages ago. And
It's so funny how like all in so many companies were on NFTs like immediately, like so quickly. They must have had some like powerful lobbyists whispering in their ears that this was going to be a huge deal, and it was all just spoken mirrors. Like it's nothing now.
Here's the thing, Noah. I actually agree with you completely. I think this isn't a good series at all, and I think people are kind of pretending like they like them coming out. But for me, I just think it's funny the series existed and it kept making new games, right? Like,
yeah, its
like-
existence is kind of like, it's absolutely, I see it as something that because there were so many entries, people just took it for granted, right? Like, I think back to
Yeah.
like when it first started, like it must have been insane for there to be a game with Mario and Sonic and that to be like the focus. Like, that's crazy, right? Huge deal. And then it's like they're at the Olympics, like this is the most batshit crazy thing ever, right? And then they just kept doing it, and people were like, "Oh well, now we're used to it, and so it's not really a talking point. And so,
Right.
It's just so funny they made like 6 Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Like this is like a series that has 6 games in it. They kept making Mario and Sonic go into the Olympics.
yeah,
I think of the response to it kind of like, I feel like when The Simpsons or SpongeBob ends, like even though there's going to be a lot of people who have not watched either of those shows in years who will still like feel that kind of void of something that was just kind of, like you said, taken for granted as just like, well, that's just always going to be there. I don't have to play it, but it's still
Yeah.
like I could depend on some stability in the universe. Now there's a little less stability for people.
I think
that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
I think it's often asked by people I see online, like how the Mario and the Rabbids got a real crossover before Mario and Sonic, and I think the answer is all the interviews I've read from like the team on Mario plus Rabbids said like they just did like an incredibly impressive pitch to Nintendo, is like what Nintendo said. And they also were pitching something that like Nintendo wasn't offering, which is like that XCOM style gameplay. So like that's why they went forward with it. So what's happening probably is like Nintendo is never gonna go to Sega and say we want a crossover game. It has to be the other way around. And what's probably happened is Sega has not offered like a pitch that Nintendo thinks is worth going forward with, except the Olympics.
They're probably not going to be like, let's do a racing game together or a platformer or an RPG, because they like Nintendo already has done that with Mario.
Yeah.
So it has to be something. I don't know what it would be. Like, what do you think they would do?
Well, the reason they passed the Olympics, why Nintendo let like the Olympics one go through, is they like the theme of unity with the Olympics. That's the reason why Nintendo let them swing it off the ground. Is they like the theme of unity the Olympics would bring to these characters coming together.
Right.
Not being rivals.
No.
Yeah, I can see that. Like they're joining forces, like the countries of the world.
So Sega's got to think of some shit like that now. It's like another like thing like Nintendo would bizarrely be into.
You got to do like
Mario and Sonic go cleaning the environment and picking up trash together.
They got to meet Toonrific Tariq. You know
what?
Who was that?
Oh,
whatever. He's a cartoon reviewer. That's a joke for people who got it.
I got it, but I haven't heard that since the.
Oh my god!
Was that the Toad?
No, don't worry about it. Sorry, I'm freaking playing.
I haven't heard that song since his pledge campaign.
He still has it in his videos, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but I remember him more for like the plush.
Real quick, Much just talking about this in chat about like how they want to pitch like a Mario and Sonic platformer. My hot take maybe is I don't think that would ever work. I think Mario and Sonic's gameplay is way too different from each other.
Oh, they are on opposite ends, man.
Yeah,
two completely different things.
They're very different, but they're also kind of like comparable enough to be competitors. So it's like it's like they're not different enough from each other, or they're not similar enough. So it would kind of clash, and it'd also just be like, why do they have to be together, I guess?
Well, what would happen if you made a platformer where if the platformer is one where you can play as either of them, both of them would be taken to this weird middle ground, so they could both suit like the actual core experience of the game or like the design of the levels. And I don't see that as like befitting either of them. It just is strange.
Yeah, it's like on paper, I think it sounds like that's what you would want to see.
Yeah,
I think that, like the other solution would be like you swap between like their gameplay styles between levels, but at that point you're just getting like half a Mario game and half a Sonic game glued together, kind of, right?
They could do a Crash Purple Spiral Orange thing. You guys know about that?
Where they swap worlds.
So bad.
Okay,
Oh my God.
I can almost see that. Like I could see maybe it could be interesting. Like Sonic has kind of did that in Lost World when they did the Yoshi DLC, where you just
Classic.
retrofit like Sonic stages, but with like retrofit Mario stages to have like Sonic design philosophy. I guess there's something novel about that, but like yeah, switching between the two, I feel like it would just be I'm trying to think of a good there's probably a good food metaphor in here. It's like eating freaking peanut butter.
I was gonna
with-
say it'll just kind of be like Sonic Generations again.
Yeah, but even that's like more cohesive because it's both
Yeah.
That's
You
both Sonics, yeah.
right. You're moving fast. You don't have to like sort of shift your mentality of like what you're in the mood for. Yeah, it just wouldn't be fun. But yeah, I don't know what they would do. I would want like I think it'd be good to have a story that has some level of like a Mario and Rabbids level of stakes.
Okay, yeah.
Where it's like it feels like involved. There's a plot that involves like I don't know their worlds and their characters, but it's not. I kind of it doesn't necessarily have to be like in an RPG setting or something. I don't know.
The one thing I was thinking of that like Mario hasn't done yet and Sonic also hasn't done yet that like Nintendo could be into because like that's not something they're offering is like, and I don't even know if they would want to do this because it's a bit more of a complex genre and they would have to like find ways to like simplify it for like the audience they would probably want is like a 2D fighter, like a traditional 2D Mario and Sonic fighter.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean. Maybe something like.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Nintendo versus Sega.
I guess it's just got to be something no one's really thought of before. Really,
In
so it's
terms
hard
of,
to
like-
just think of it on the spot.
Like Nintendo, like of Japan's studios and their catalog and like breadth of genres, I think fighting games is the one that they touch like the least.
They have like ARMS and Smash, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You gotta
Um,
you gotta come in with like the traditional fighting game. You gotta do like a Marvel vs. Capcom format.
Right. Yeah. Maybe I could. You are right. I could see something like that because that is.
thing about
very different from the
Nintendo
usual.
Japan developed games though is that they are very not traditional. They'll try and put a spin on it,
Right.
which is awesome in one way, but also it's like it's just not something you're gonna get from them.
Right.
In the 2D Mario and Sonic fighter, if you punch the character hard enough, the game transitions to 3D. That'll be like the gimmick or whatever.
Yeah, we need to have a super interactive, playful element like that.
I was gonna say like their thing is like the character uses like power ups for their own games, but then it'll kind of just be like the time stones
Time
from like
stones.
the Infinity Stones.
Oh yeah. I don't know. You just
Can Mario and Sonic legally beat each other up and up? There's like two outside of Smash, they can punch each other in the boxing in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. So
I think the thing
throw
about
hands.
Smash is like, I think the Smash is just like those are not that it's not Mario or Sonic. Those are representation of Mario and Sonic in figure form.
They get stingy like that. I bet Sega's like, no, that's just Sonic. And then, but Nintendo's like, this is well, I don't know. I don't know how Nintendo thinks about that. I don't know if they think about it that hard. I don't know.
Guys, we have good news.
What?
We do.
What?
Tango Gameworks taken over and revived by PUBG publishers Krafton, with
Ooh.
plans to expand Hi-Fi Rush.
Well, I'm glad Tango's still there.
It's live.
I don't know about that publisher's history, but I am hopeful. I am hoping that Hi-Fi Rush gets. I think they were trying to pitch a sequel or something was
Yeah.
happening there.
Something like that.
I just hope they get to continue to make what they want to and be paid for it because that was just an unfortunate situation.
Okay.
Mhm.
Really, layoffs make me sad, very sad. But well, that is good news though. So
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you have any questions left, or is that it?
We'll do one more before a quick one because we've got it a bit long. We'll do one more because we like doing two.
Okay.
Here you go. I guess it's gonna be funny. From I.C. Thoughts on the Borderlands movie just failing in every direction?
I don't know if I have.
Oh my god, I think it's record-breaking levels of failure. Like
It is made. I
It-
think 8 million, like on a $400 million budget or something.
No,
Oh
yeah.
my
So
God.
I'm gonna bring up another movie for a sec, like Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Yeah,
that also was a
Harold!
that also was a
Arrowhead.
failure, but the budget was like not like okay, it was still like millions. It was like
It was 40
somewhere
million,
around.
yeah.
It was how many? 40 million?
40 million.
Yeah, but okay, at least that had a smaller budget. I'm pretty sure
Right.
Borderlands was like 100,
Something
at least
like that.
100 million. Yeah, so I wonder if the fucking Harold movie did better at the box office than Borderlands.
Probably. I mean, they didn't like waste money on like huge celebrities. They just got washed up Zachary Levi for that.
Well, I mean, the Borderlands thing is just man, that's
Yeah.
that's
mean,
insane
Yeah.
how
I-
badly it's doing.
I think that's like how it would have ended regardless for a Borderlands movie.
I
Even if
just
it was
look at
good?
that and I'm like, I don't see an audience for that because I think the audience that is there for that IP is not. There's no crossover, and it's just
Yeah.
like they're getting the celebrities on to pull in like the
Right.
usual crowd and everything, but the usual crowd doesn't know what Borderlands is, and they're like,
Right.
I don't know. It's a case of like I don't know what this is, and I don't think the trailers looked very enticing either. So it's like, yeah.
Has Borderlands even got a new game in the past 2 years? That is the audience for Borderlands even like breathing?
Is that the one where they have like Ashley Birch?
I think.
Is that the one?
Yeah, Ashley Birch is in
The
that
one with the
series.
guy that says "shoot me" a lot. There's like a joke where a guy's like, "Shoot me, shoot me now, shoot me
They
now," and you
still
shoot
make
him.
games. But you're right. I mean, it's not like every movie needs to have like, oh, I've played this game, so I need to watch this. But it definitely is. Like, as someone who hasn't played those games, like nothing about like any of the promotional material has grabbed me at all. I don't even
But-
really know what it is.
You notice something though about these other video game adaptation movies is that these IP are very large and very recognizable,
Right.
and like Borderlands. I'm sorry, Borderlands is just not on that level.
Borderlands isn't on Mario, Sonic, Pokemon level even a little bit,
Or FNAF.
or even FNAF. No.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, stuff like oh man, it's escaping me now. That one, yeah, Twisted Metal got a show. Why didn't they just give it a show? Something
Oh,
a little lower
yeah.
budget and go to streaming. That would have
Yeah,
probably
they
been
really just-
better.
I think they wasted money on those celebrities that they got. I don't even know who all of them are.
One of them is
Uh,
Jack Black. One of
I know
them
one
is
of them
Jack
is
Black.
Jack Black. That's the
And-
that's the one I can think of off the top of my head.
And it makes me sad because well, I mean, I gotta say, I heard a bit of his voice. I think that's one of the worst voices that
Yeah,
he's
it-
done for a character I've ever heard.
I've heard it's pretty bad, right? Because that's a character with like
Yeah.
a very like established, recognizable voice for people
Yeah.
who play games.
Yeah, but man,
Look, I know Claptrap from Pokemon of the Inventory. I know all about him. The only game I've played with him in it. But like no, he
yeah,
does
I
have a
know
very
he was,
like
he was in Poker Night. Yeah,
he does have like he's got like a very like kind of more high pitched voice. And I've heard a bit of Jack Black trying to do a voice like that, and it's not working on even a little bit.
Don't we want to support recognizable celebrities giving a fresh new take on an iconic character?
No.
No.
dude, Chris Pratt killed it in the Mario movie.
I want to say people were insane. Like they were talking about he proved everyone wrong with this performance in the Mario movie. He gave like a C+ performance, like a
I
C-.
want to say the day that because like they put the cast reveal for that movie in a fucking Nintendo Direct, so I was watching that shit live.
Yes.
I did not laugh harder in my whole life aside from that day because the way that they dropped each of the roles one after another, it was just a constant like
It
bullet
really,
wound to my chest every single time. It just got funnier and funnier and funnier. It was the most absurd thing I'd ever
that reveal.
seen.
It did feel like it felt like they were like pausing each time for like laughter.
Yeah.
Probably they're expecting like applause, but it's just like you just need
funniest
time
thing
to
ever. It was like it didn't feel real. It wasn't real.
I think
Yeah.
the visual of like the black and white Chris Pratt photo on screen as Mario might be like one of the funniest things ever still.
Yeah,
It's just
It was
all
like
of
a
the casting
crime
choices are
scene.
so insane, and like it just kept getting better. It was like fucking Chris Pratt, then Charlie Day, Jack Black, and Seth Rogen. I think is what killed me. Because they put him at the
That's like-
end.
You're
He was like the
joking
last
now.
one. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, Seth Rogen? Dear
Yeah.
God, like, oh my,
Uh,
that was insane.
I remember watching a lot of reveals for that, and YouTuber Puppet Arlo, when
Love Arlo.
Yeah, when Charlie Day appeared on screen, he made this noise that I think is like so unhuman. I always think about it.
Can we hear it?
Arlo does make funny noises.
He does.
He is a puppet.
Call him that. He's a little monster.
He did some videos about our game, which was cool.
He did.
Yes,
Anton Blast.
yes, he did.
Now I gotta ask: does Anton really shit, or is he just yelling?
Wait, where does wait? Where does the
I'm
shit
sorry.
come into
I'm
it?
really sorry, Noah. I'm really sorry.
What?
That's literally how they advertise like the Anton yelling.
Oh, he's
feature.
talking his shit. Oh yeah, that is what Tony said. Yeah, he do be talking his shit though.
Yeah,
You know?
fucking the shit.
He do be talking his shit though. He be screaming and shit, yelling. You can just hold that button and he'll do it like a lot, like the whole game. You can just hold down the button and it'll always be screaming. It's awesome.
You know
It
what?
is funny. Someone's pointing this out. It is funny that they revealed Foreman Spike like first. What do you want?
Yeah, wait. I feel like that was an accident. Like
No,
weird
'cause-
secondary characters got their voices revealed outside of like any Nintendo endorsed things, and it was like,
Yeah,
I didn't know that Foreman Spike is in the movie.
the
What?
guy who voices Foreman Spike accidentally brought it up on a podcast, so I think that's why they revealed it.
Oh,
I think that's the only reason why he's had his portrait on that direct.
Yeah.
Really not in the movie that much.
He's
I
at
mean,
the
he has a few
start.
scenes.
He has a few, yeah.
He
got a
he did
couple.
call in the blowjob brothers, so
Maybe that was worthy of advertising, I guess.
I'm like debating with myself. It would be funny to see the Borderlands movie with Lou, my roommate.
It wouldn't be. Ryan,
I-
you talked
I-
yourself.
No,
You successfully talked yourself out of watching Harold and the Purple Crayon. Like you're on a good streak here. Don't ruin
yeah,
it.
I didn't
Count
see
how many people are in the theater when you go to see it.
I didn't see If. I guess, Borderlands isn't like a baby movie though, so I guess it'd be a little less embarrassing to sit in the theater for that than If or Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Really? You think so?
I guess because it's like not for babies. So it's like
That's a little
1%.
less embarrassing when I'm
So
going to be
it's-
the only person in there.
Yeah, it'd be 1% less embarrassing. I don't know. That movie's only making like $3. It'd be like I could like claim to be like one of the people who saw it in theaters.
You're supporting the future of cinema.
Yeah.
here's what you could do. You could put money towards Harold the Purple Crayon. If you don't like it, you can move on to the other movie. What you call it?
Borderlands?
Borderlands. Yeah.
You already
Borderlands.
forgot.
You already forgot.
Like what? You buy a ticket for Harold, and if you don't like it, just sneak into the other one.
Or Harold.
Well, I think we've done
Yeah.
a good show here today, haven't we?
Noah,
Yeah.
do you want to promote anything before we end off?
Yeah. promote stuff. Give
Anton
us
Blast,
links,
go
tell
wish
us-
it. Go wish list Anton Blast on Steam right now. It's on Switch and Steam. I already said that.
Can
But yeah,
get
we have a
big,
Steam page.
Beautiful picture of Anton on the screen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everybody recognizes this character.
Can we
He's
see him talking
iconic.
his shit?
He's the red guy. He talks his shit. He screams a lot, and he
Wait.
He
Mario?
raises a pink hedgehog.
he is a bit he I could say he's a bit like Mario because he's a bit like
Like
Mario.
family tree, maybe.
He also has a daughter, right?
Yeah, we were. Yeah. Like Amy has a hammer, and he has a hammer. So it's like, yeah.
He's like
Yeah,
every character in
Anton.
one.
You heard it here, everyone. Anton Blast has given birth to Amy Rose.
That was a joke. That was an actual joke that Tony made, and it's like.
That he gave
Sometimes
birth?
it's really funny when we say stuff like that is so clearly a joke, and then people in our server was like, "Okay, that's canon, that's canon, that's canon," and like
Oh yeah.
you can just
yeah.
say random shit that is so it's such bullshit that they'll like immediately believe it, and it's like crazy.
It's
Right.
funny how like the sort of the creator consumer relationship can be with that.
I know
Like,
it's
that-
like it's sometimes it's a little too close for comfort, but it's like it's nice though because
Yeah, it's people engaging with it in their own
yeah,
way.
it's good to have engagement, but
Yeah.
there's borders, there's a line there.
Right.
Oh my gosh. You could then tell him the talking his shit button, the giving birth button.
What?
DLC maybe? Birth DLC? Birth button DLC?
Birth button?
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
screams, you could just say he's like giving birth to Amy Rose.
Maybe that could be an Easter egg, like if you scream for
That's
long enough.
that's scary. Would he like? Would I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, if
I'm not
Anton-
even gonna toy with the question here.
if you hold down the screen button, Anton blasts for 3 minutes straight. He like lays an egg and like a small like little Anton like hatches out of it.
That'd be
That's really
funny,
good. I
actually.
like him laying an egg. That's really good.
Oh, okay then.
Oh, you heard it
Whoa,
here. That's getting added to Anton Blast.
So this
Um,
implies that Anton has a cloaca.
Well,
cloaca.
my cloaca.
I'm glad someone else got that.
Yeah. No, we like some cloaca humor here. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
Right, yeah.
9.
Was that
Oh,
was that her? Was that Peter's wife?
Peter's
Yeah,
wife.
what?
I forgot her name for a second. Wait, Lois.
Peter's
Lois.
wife.
Yes.
Yeah, Lois,
Right.
what are you
Thank
trying
you,
to say,
Peter's
Lois?
wife.
What are you trying to say, Lois?
Yeah. I was trying
11.
to say Lois. 3 hours? We had 3 hours? We gotta get out of here. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Thank you
Gotta
for
get outta
watching,
here.
everybody.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
I got work at Aperture Science tomorrow.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Nine,
Let's
11.
get down to business.